A very special day it is. Good morning. It is a fabulous Friday and fantastic Friday. And Laura Lee is my co-host. What kind of Friday is it, Laura?
It's Football
Yay!
Friday!
Boy, we'll have to change that during basketball season, okay?
Oh,
I know. It's going to be a
big football Friday.
chilly night for football, though. But we love football and definitely a high school football, right?
Absolutely.
And in the hot seat we do have from GKN, we're going to find out all about the man, the myth, the legend. We're going to find out about Doug Jaynes. Good morning, Doug.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. And it's going to be a fun morning here on Coffee Club. Let's thank our sponsors, Laura.
Absolutely. We have Walmart, Meadowview, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Kentucky Anna Cat and Court, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, and Celebrity Home Loans.
Yay. Thank you to our sponsors for sure. All right. Let's see, in football action, high school football sectionals are tonight, and Salem's going to be going to Southridge. Yeah, Southridge. Yeah. That's a little bit of a jaunt.
Yeah, little drive.
Drive.
They're leaving at 4.
Got to get some snacks for the travel, right?
Absolutely.
Got to get some snacks for the ride.
Absolutely. Bundle up.
Yeah, you're going to bring all your stuff, everything.
Absolutely.
Wrap up warm.
Bring out the portable heater. You never know.
I would. That's exactly what I'd be doing. It's exciting. West Washington plays Rock Creek at home, and Eastern plays Trent. It's called Triton Central at home. Triton Central.
Yeah.
Do you know it?
Triton Central. I know them. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. How do you know them? Because where's Triton Central? Where are they located?
It's just south of Indianapolis.
Okay.
Just south of Indianapolis on the east side of 65.
There we go. Well,
my daughter played on an AAU team with a young lady from there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. It's hard though. Some of the up north places, it's hard to know all of them, and stuff.
Right.
So yeah. Well, they've got a little bit of a jaunt. But if anybody's listening and they're heading to the Eastern game or the West Washington game, remember everybody grills out and cooks out. So bring an appetite. They have really good ribeyes.
Oh yeah.
Doug, it's information we need to know.
Absolutely, yes.
Becky's planning dinner.
You do that. This is the 22nd day of October. Today is Clean Up the Earth Day.
Ooh,
love that.
Good one.
Yeah.
We were out, and you know how they have the signs, adopt a highway.
Right.
Okay, and you can go and you can adopt the highway, and then that portion of the highway is your responsibility to clean up, right?
Okay.
Well, my daughter didn't understand that, so she thought that was the coolest thing, that she could adopt a highway and own it. Yeah. I'm like, well, first of all, you don't own it, and with that comes responsibility. So once she heard that you have to clean it up,
She
Then it
was
was
done with it.
Yeah, I
What a
don't
different
think I'm
story.
going to adopt that, but it was so funny. She could not believe that you could adopt a part of a highway, so that was the coolest thing. So clean up Earth Day. And I think sometimes, when you're walking somewhere and you see that cup that somebody, just left or something, or, just picking it up. I know with COVID, you have to be careful,
Right.
but just doing that, and I think those are little things we can do. All right. Eat a pretzel day. Doug, do you love pretzels?
Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
What
Love
about
them
you?
at the ball games.
Oh,
Absolutely
so,
wonderful.
yeah, they're fantastic. Not had a pretzel in a while, but I do love them. International Caps Lock Day. You ever get any messages from people with all caps?
I've seen a couple of those myself.
Oh, have you? What
Not
about you?
always good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. International Color Day. Love that. Love all different bright colors right now with the fall and the leaves. And right here, we are just so blessed to have all the reds and the yellows and the oranges and all the different colors. National Knee Day. I never had a knee replacement, but I've heard people that have, and so take care of your knees, right? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Bend with your knees in nursing, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Watch your back, right? Bend with your knees, yeah. National Nut Day. Doug, if you said bring me some nuts, what kind would I be bringing you?
Cashews.
I was going to say cashews too.
Yeah, you know how like if you have a nut mix and you pick out all the cashews.
Absolutely.
Are you that guy?
Not that guy. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you can't go on cashews. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got 2 bags dropped off on my desk yesterday from a fundraiser. So,
Oh, that's cool. Good
so
for
they,
you.
the local students came by, and I got the opportunity to help them with their fundraiser. So, got a couple bags of cashews.
Wow. Yeah, they're good. They're
So
good.
we know where to go snack.
That's exactly right. There you go. Those are
we can get into GKN.
Come on by. Yeah.
Absolutely. National Pharmacy Buyer Day. Smart is Cool Day. Very good.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a good
it
one.
is good. To be smart is cool. All right, so get out and enjoy and celebrate those days for sure. I thought there might be like a brownie or a cookie. We always like those days.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh,
Those are-
way too much.
yeah,
I
exactly.
think
Well, I
it's
guess-
coffee day.
yeah. Oh,
We'll
we
just
love
make it coffee day.
I love that. Definitely. Can't
We
have
don't get a WSLM day, so we're just gonna make it whatever we want.
there's like so many odd days, and we've been putting in for a WSLM day. And this not happened.
Just
It's not
happened, yeah.
connected. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? But
Right.
maybe someday. Also, we will be having IU. We got the IU game. They'll be playing Ohio State. That's a sold out game. I do have some tickets for that. So they've been going quickly for sure on that. Purdue will be in action too. So it's exciting time for all around. And the Colts, I'm trying to remember who they play this weekend. I know it's, and we'll have that action too. So anyway, so tune in from high school all the way to the NFL. We'll be having you covered for sure. All right, let's jump in. And I do want to also remind everybody that
The
next.
Colts play the 49ers.
The 49ers, yeah. And it's a away game, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. Okay. Also want to remind everybody that next Saturday from 4:30 to 6, we'll be having the Boo Bash. And it'll be at the Brady Strom Elementary School. It's a community bull bash. There might be some bulls. I don't know. Maybe I'm full of bull. Boo Bash from 4:30 to 6. It is free and it's fun and candy.
Absolutely.
Then at 6 o'clock, the trick or treating, let the games begin. Doug, this community is all about it. Let me tell you. And then at 6:30 will be the parade. And trick or treating goes till 9. Usually it's 8. But they've kept it. They made it longer because it's a Saturday night, 9 o'clock. So you get more candy.
More candy.
Yeah.
More opportunity.
What's your favorite Halloween candy, Doug?
Kit Kats.
Oh, can't go wrong with Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the Kit Kat commercial where he's in a coffin?
I haven't
Okay.
seen that yet. Yeah.
They've got a Kit Kat and it raises up like a coffin,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty clever. Yeah. What about you, Laura?
Probably dots.
Oh, yeah, you said that. Yeah.
Dots are probably my favorite.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
The kids hate them, so it's always, I'm lucky there.
Yeah, there you go. Just hate my dots so I can eat them. That's the way
Absolutely.
to do it,
Here,
yeah.
Mom, here's these nasty dots. I'm like,
Oh,
hey.
okay. I think they said that most parents take 5 different candies from the eat. And I don't know it from your child, but I wonder if you have several children, how many, several from each child. I'm sure.
When mine were little and would trick or treat, they, I always gave them like a couple weeks with the candy. And then we always took it to the nursing home and gave it to the residents, and
That's a good idea.
they loved it.
Well, if anybody else wants to do that, that'd be wonderful.
Absolutely.
But now on my end, we always had to check it to make sure it was safe, so therefore had to sample.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that has to be sampled, definitely. Well, and then it's always the big dilemma because nobody wants to eat supper that night because everybody wants candy. If you feed them before.
I wonder if Papa John's is doing the pumpkin pizzas.
I'm not for sure.
That's how I used to get the kids to eat.
Yeah,
before trick or treating, we
really.
would get a pumpkin pizza.
I will talk to Shelby about that.
So
yeah,
they were super cute.
Oh yeah. I know they've done. I know they do different ones. I mean, different. I'm trying to remember all
like
the different.
heart.
Yeah,
the
hearts.
They do that for Valentine's Day.
You don't know what to get your.
But they used to do a pumpkin one. I don't know.
I don't know
They
either.
still do it or not.
Yeah,
they should. If not, because my kids loved it. That was. We had
That's
a
the
routine.
thing,
yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. But it is kind of the dilemma of supper or no supper because you're gonna have all that candy and so who knows, right?
Right.
So or just do hot dogs, right? You can do the mummy hot dogs, with the
Ooh,
little,
yeah.
those are always my group like those.
Like the pig in a blanket, but yeah.
All right, now we're
That's a
hungry. All right, Doug, let's jump in and let's find out. Let's first of all meet Doug Jaynes. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and you've been a little bit everywhere, and so we're very blessed to have you here in our community.
Yeah, so I've been with GKN since 2018. So I came in November. So next month I'll be here 3 years.
Awesome.
So when I first came here, GKN had put in an industrial plan and was working through the facility to rearrange it to make it more efficient, bring in new equipment, take out old equipment. We're 3 years into a 5-year plan. So the plant looks a lot different than it did when I first got there. So a lot of exciting things. We've got some new people there, new management there. One of the things that we've done is the way we work. So for a long time, we probably had a reputation in the community of working a lot of hours.
I think you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think that's exactly what. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and it was a struggle to get people because they didn't want to work 7 days a week, or 6 days a week type of thing. So we're getting better at that. We're working very hard to do that. We've implemented 12-hour shifts. So when you do that, our shifts run from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Okay.
So you work 3 days one week, 4 days the next. So it's a 2-week cycle. So you get 8 hours of overtime. So you do get some overtime, but you get some days off. So you're working, the schedule kind of runs off of Saturday. So you work Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You're off Tuesday, Wednesday. You work Thursday, Friday. You're off Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So it's every other weekend you get a 3-day weekend. So you have time off through the week so to get things done that you need to do during the week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a nice incentive.
That's very nice. Yeah.
If you think about it, you work half a year.
Okay.
So you work 7 out of 14 days.
Wow. Well, that's not bad then. Yeah.
Yeah. So we do that to make sure that we can utilize the equipment at the level that we need to do that. So that's what we're looking for. So we're looking for 12-hour shifts, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Okay.
And we're looking for CNC operators. We're direct hiring, so people can come in and do that.
And what's a CNC operator? Explain a little bit.
So it's
go into detail. I need to make sure you're closer to the microphone.
Okay.
Yeah. Make sure because I think everybody's going to want to make sure they hear this.
Yeah.
This is good stuff, Doug.
Yeah.
So the CNC operator is a person who puts pieces of the product that we make into a machine and it's ground, or there's doing grinding, fine grinding. It's all done by a machine. So those are the types of things that they do. So what we do is, we haven't been having a lot of luck of finding people. So we do have a training program. So if you don't have those skills, you can come in and we'll train you at no cost to you and we'll pay you while you do your training. So if you're a person that didn't think college was for them, but was looking to have a technical career, this was an opportunity to come in, go to work, get paid, and be able to learn a skill. We've been sending people through Ivy Tech to get their NIM certifications. That's a national certification for CNC operators. They can take that certification anywhere they want. We hope they would stay with us and work through their career. But it's an opportunity to not have student debt, get a career, and do those types of things.
Well, and that we find is so valuable and so important and so popular.
Right.
Where, because, years ago, you always thought, oh, you had to go to college. You had to take that road.
Right.
And there's so many that do not want the debt, because we hear people paying off their college loans, still paying, as it, into adult.
Yeah. It took me 10 years to pay my student loans off. So,
yeah. And then also, are ready to get started with their career and what they're doing.
Right. And it's just not always for everybody,
Uh-huh.
and we need to, as a community, give those people who don't think that college is an avenue for them some different choices, and that's what we're trying to do. So,
right. Well, let's talk money. So, is there good money or incentives there? Or
so if you come to work for us as a CNC operator and you have experience in that, we can start you anywhere from $19.15 an hour, plus a 60-cent shift premium on top of that, all the way up to $24.75.
Ah.
And we have 4 different technologies there, so 4 different types of equipment. So the basic premise is the same, right? So there's a few nuances with the different. If you learn different machines, then that's an extra 25 cents an hour. So you can work, you can literally earn up to $25.50 an hour, plus a 60-cent shift premium on top of that, so make it $26.10.
Good.
That's good money.
Yeah, that's real good money.
Real good
Very good
Definitely.
money,
Yeah.
So-
right here at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long of to take the course? How long a course about?
So the
guesstimated?
course is about 4 months.
Okay.
So you come in, we set the course up through Ivy Tech, and that's done at the Mass Park building in Scottsburg,
Okay.
and we pay people for that training.
It's a beautiful place. Yeah. Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yep. So
Okay, so they go there and they do the training, and it's like how many days a week? Is it a couple days a
a
week?
couple days a week.
Couple
Yeah.
days a week.
Yeah.
And they're getting paid doing this.
Yes. So the hours that they're training, they're being paid for.
They're being paid for.
Right.
Wow.
So it's a great opportunity.
Sure. And are you finding, like what age groups are coming more looking for this kind of are you finding them right out of high school?
We're finding a little bit of everything.
Mhm.
Most of it is people who are early in their careers,
Mhm.
but it's a broad range.
Mhm.
What we'd really like to focus on, and we've been talking to the different high schools. We talked to them about, hey, we'd like to know who are those students that are graduating who don't plan on going to college, but are looking to develop a career.
Right.
They may not have an idea of what they're doing, so they can come, earn money, get their life started, and build some skills.
Well, I was gonna say, look at the skill they're getting.
Right.
I mean, this right here, is a title that you have.
Right.
If you can operate these machines,
Have a national certification. That's something they can use anywhere in their life.
right, anywhere you go.
Right.
But we hope you stay here.
Well, we hope you stay here.
You have to say that at the end. We hope you stay here.
Yeah, and we want those people from our community.
Oh, we definitely.
We've had, we've struggled finding those people, and we're not looking to bring people from outside of our community. We would prefer to have people who are from here, who know us and are around us. So.
Well, I think anytime when you're young or whatever age you are, when you decide that this is home and this is where you want to stay,
right?
And how do you make good money? If you want to make good money and you want to have that extra and you want to do all that and maybe have that picket fence or whatever you want to do,
Yeah, whatever your dream is.
Yeah, and you want to stay home and
right.
you just this is your place you want to live. Well, what a wonderful opportunity to make that kind of money.
Right.
And stay home. Be here in the community.
Yeah, that type of wage will afford you a good living in Salem, Indiana.
Exactly. And usually for that type of wage, you usually have to travel.
Right.
And therefore comes your gas, which, gas money right now, it's kind of pricey.
Yep, through the roof.
Yeah. And vehicles.
Vehicles
Yeah,
through the
we're
roof.
just talking about vehicles. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you have all that expense that you don't have for travel.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a good thing. And we've done a pretty good job of getting, schools to bring in STEM classes and, those types of things. They come in and they do tours of our facility. It's a pretty interesting. This people may not know this, but this is the largest powdered metal facility in the world.
I don't think we know that.
Yeah.
No, I know we don't know that.
Yeah.
And okay, exactly. That was my next question. What does GKN? What do they produce? What kind of product? Tell us on that.
So we produce product for transmission parts. So we bring in powdered metal, so metal in a powdered form. We put it into a hydraulic machine and we compress it into a part. And then we send it through a giant oven, and it's called sintering, SINTERING. And we sinter that product, and it comes out, and then we machine it through the CNC machine, secondary machining, and we plane the machine, we polish and grind and make sure that it meets the customer specifications, and we ship it to the customer. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
About every Ford truck in the world has our parts in it.
Aren't you excited about
Yeah, we're
that?
pretty excited, pretty proud of that.
I think you ought to beat your chest and
Yeah.
yell that from the. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
so I mean, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah, we have. I'll tell you a quick story, Becky. When I first came there, it was kind of interesting because I'm walking through the plant and introducing myself to people and talking to people. And one of the things that really just blew my mind was that we had a lot of people there that were there 40 plus years. So they worked there a long time. I can think of 2 or 3 people right off the top of my head: 45 years, 43 years, 45 years, 46 years of time spent at GKN. And then multiple generations. So grandma, grandpa, mom and dad, son and daughter type of thing. Multiple generations have worked there. So, it's people don't really step back and think about those things. We're a very large employer. When I first came there, about 525 people.
Oh.
In that facility. So
that's a huge blessing. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and you think about that in our community. You are a huge part of our community.
Right.
And we need you. We need those jobs.
Right.
And we've had others that are not here any longer.
Right.
And that's sad for what and I'm not saying anything bad, but our economy, we need that.
Right.
And it's so important for our community to have this.
It's part of the tax base. It's part of the things that are going on in this community that helps it survive.
Exactly.
If you didn't have those jobs, where would you go?
Mm-hmm.
So you would have to go outside of the community. People start to travel.
Right.
Why would you want to travel if you can have a really good job here at home?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I'm glad you brought that up because we do talk about that a lot, because as far as like bigger businesses.
Right.
And GKN is, and it has been around for years, and it's solid, and that's such a blessing that we have that.
Right. It's my understanding that the facility was built in 1950.
Wow.
So it's been there. It's been here
Yeah,
for
I
a
didn't
while.
realize it. Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
realize that long.
I wondered how long it had been there. I've always wanted to go in and see.
Oh,
You guys come by, we'll give you a tour.
it's neat as I have toured years ago,
Yeah.
and it's neat. I mean, you can just eat off the floors.
Like
Yeah.
I know it's so clean.
When I graduated high school, I wanted to do healthcare. Like I always knew that, but I've always still wondered what goes on in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
I've known a lot of people that work there, but
it's changing. I mean, and I think if we have to work on something as a company, it's making sure that people understand and see the future. See how we're changing the plant and how the company is changing the plant and how we're making those changes to improve the overall process of that facility. So when you do that, you make it better for everybody, better for the associates, that are doing the jobs. You want to make sure that ergonomically and efficiently those things are taken care of.
Right. Well, I think going back to, I think that Doug, that the community, we've known about it,
Right.
but we don't know much about it. We don't really. I was confused on what all you make. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then also, it seems like it's been there for a long time, but we really just don't know much about it, so to speak.
Right.
And so I appreciate you coming on. I love the relationship of this, explaining, because you are a huge part of our community. And think of since 1950, look at all the families you've put food on the table for.
Right.
And look at in the generations that you've, I mean, gifts for, presents for. I mean, like all the different family things, right?
Right. It's been a blessing. The Salem community has been a blessing to GKN as well. I mean, this is a two-way street.
Yeah.
And the management staff there know that, and we're working very diligently to change some of those perceptions that are in the community.
And I think we've had those. Yeah, and I'm glad that we're myth busting. This and not. I think a lot of people, you hear have rumors or whatever, and it's nice to know the truth of it all. That.
Well, I can tell you for a long time, people worked 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
And
but I'm shocked I'm still shocked that when you said that you guys had switched to the 12-hour shifts, because I always thought they worked 7 days a week. I had no idea.
Yeah, I think that was kind of, to be honest, that was kind of the negative part. People were a little bit,
apprehensive.
Because it's like 7 days a week. You know what I mean?
So not all jobs are. Let me be very clear with you guys, so we get this out to the community. So we run 7 different shifts. So we have 4 12-hour shifts that cover certain equipment based on the needs of that equipment. How much product we need to run, so how often they run. So we need to switch that. We still have, for those of you who are not interested in 12-hour shifts, we still have the 8-hour shifts Monday through Friday.
Oh, okay.
So there's 3 shifts there plus the 4 shifts. We run 7 different shifts. Now the 8-hour shifts, sometimes we work every other weekend. So, but we're with the new equipment and automation that's coming in, those things will get better over time.
Well, it sounds like to me, it's almost like a buffet. I mean, you can pretty well have like the hours you want. Like, let's say, if it was me and I was younger and I was, where I wanted to, maybe I would want to work 7 days a week. Maybe I would want to kick it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Let's get that. Let's
make some money, right?
Yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? I don't. I like to stay busy. You know what I mean? So let's say, because I'm 7 days here, but I love it. You know what I'm saying? And so complain every now and then.
Yeah, every now and then.
Every now and then. But anyway, okay. Anyway, so there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? So you can have that if you choose to.
Right.
But if you choose to go a different route, you have options. And I don't know that we've had those, Doug, in the past.
Right. Not really. And we have, as a company, we know we can't set our operation up to run 7 days a week because it's not healthy for our associates. It's not safe.
Mm-hmm.
We need better work-life balance. Mm-hmm. So in doing that, we've been able to set up the 12-hour shifts in those areas that need that are going to force us into 7 days if we didn't make that change. So now, people can come in, they're getting roughly the same amount of hours working half the year.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And that's so good for young, maybe, if they have little ones or, trying to find places. And I've heard a lot of people say, and everybody's different. Everybody's needs are different, and everybody's life is different. But I've heard some that say, when I'm there, I want to go ahead and just stay for a long time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do that, maybe that 12-hour shift. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you got me, you got me.
Right.
And then when I'm off, I'm off. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you hear those, so you can accommodate that. And if they want to do the 8 hours during the week, they can do that.
I think you made a pretty good point earlier, Becky. It's kind of like a smorgasbord.
Mm-hmm.
We have a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah. And that's so good to know. And it's good too. I mean, for you to be that, I guess that much flexible on that.
Right. We have a lot of different options.
Yeah.
That meet a lot of different needs.
Oh, I think I hope everybody's hearing this, and please,
awesome.
I hope this rumor goes all around town.
Yeah, me too. That's why we're here.
I hope it does. Yeah. I mean, for people, and I love the idea of I want a lot of people to make a lot of money, and I think it's important, and I think it's good. And I love, and of course, on the school board, we want our students to go out and to be that person, to be that. So if they, choose to, you have options, and I love that. And I love that they can start their career at a young age,
right?
And start making this good money.
Yeah, and not be in debt,
right?
And not
make that money. Yeah, shake it. And I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah. So if somebody's interested, Becky, they can come into our facility between 8 and 4 and fill out an application. They can give me a call at 812-883-8915. I prefer them to come in and fill out an app so we can go down that path. But Yeah, Monday through Friday. Come and see us.
Now, do you wear uniforms?
We have uniforms available.
Okay,
They're not required, but we do have uniforms available.
those are nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah, it saves on your personal clothes.
yeah.
Uh,
Do you get dirty?
Yes,
Okay.
in different areas you do. I mean,
Okay.
it depends on what you're doing. We have some compaction setup people that it's powdered metal. They get dirty.
They get dirty.
They get dirty. Yeah. Maintenance guys.
Well,
they
that
get
really
very
shows
dirty.
that you're working. I
Yeah.
throw flour on myself in the kitchen to show.
Absolutely.
Hey, look. Well, when I get home, I want to show my, family. Look at the hour, look at the day I put in. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's your point of pride. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
so you can have that, or just your regular clothes, I guess.
Right.
Whichever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, that's interesting for sure. And so, what do you have available open now?
So right now we're just recruiting for the CNC operators.
Okay.
So 12 hours night shifts, 6P to 6A.
Okay.
So if they're interested in doing that, like I said, and if you don't have skills, we're still willing to talk to you. We'll bring you in at an entry level pay. We'll send you to school, pay you while you're doing that, and get your skill level up, and then we'll move you right into that classification pay range.
Right. Right. So, about how many did you say that you employ in the community?
So when I first got there, it was 525. I think right now I'm trying to do the math really quick
Sorry,
in my head,
sorry.
but it's about 415 right now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So I mean, our numbers are down a little bit, just like everyone else's numbers are down that are in automotive, because you guys have heard of the chip shortage. It's not something new, and it's going to last for a little bit. So
what do you think on that? What's your personal? What do you think? Just personally,
I think it's a huge impact on everything. Chips aren't just used in cars; they're in computers and just about everything that you touch, and it's having a huge impact on the world itself. So
right now, and then I've heard that when they do get the chips and everything, they're gonna have all these vehicles, right?
Yep. There's going to be an inventory.
Yeah.
So I think they're working through that, and it's just a process. It's like anything else. You got to put a plan together and work your plan. So,
but then they'll be coming out with
new models coming.
Yeah.
Any day.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I think it's uncharted waters for a lot of people.
I think it's hard to say exactly the game plans and how to do. I think it'll just be. I think COVID has really made us that way in a lot of things.
Yeah. Who would have thought you had been wearing a mask, for 2 years?
I know.
Yeah.
True. That is true. Now, another good point. Do you require them to wear masks when they're working, or how is that? Is that a?
Yeah. So we have set our facility up so that our associates can social distance.
Okay,
they can't social distance, and when I mean by social distance, we have plexiglass up and workstations and in the break room and that type of stuff, so you don't have to wear a mask. But if you can't social distance, then we ask our associates to wear a mask so that they're safe.
Right.
So,
sure.
You want to make sure that your workforce is safe.
Absolutely.
And make sure that we don't have people coming in sick and spreading that type of that's a situation through the plant.
Right. Exactly.
It's funny that different people react differently. My mom, who's 77 years old, 78 years old now, had COVID, and she didn't even know it. She had a runny nose.
Oh, wow.
And that was it. And she had so many health issues going on. I thought if anybody was going to have a problem with COVID, it would have been her. So we spent a lot of time and effort making sure that she didn't have an exposure, and she got it anyway.
Yeah.
And nothing happened to her, thank God. And then I had a friend of mine who went to high school with, wasn't sick, my age, got COVID, passed away.
Oh, so sorry. Yeah.
It hits all of us differently.
Yeah, and that's what we talk about that all the time.
Absolutely.
It's so weird because like you can have a family, and one person will get it, and then somebody else won't get it. Who's actually been around them. Nothing's made sense.
Right.
Yeah.
It may affect one person who's, it may take one person's life, and it may have no effect on somebody else.
Yeah.
You just don't know what the difference is.
Right, right, yeah. So, so COVID, I guess, I mean, as far as that, did it hit GKN pretty hard then? I mean, or just pretty well, you guys just kept going during
So,
it, or?
I mean, globally,
Mhm.
we're a global company, so we had some pretty strong protocols put into place.
Okay,
So when that happens, you have to follow them, and a lot of them are, if you're sick or if you feel like you're sick, then we need you to stay home, go get tested, and make sure that you're not COVID positive.
right.
So there are all those protocols. So at one time, I think we were close to 40 people out
Oh, wow.
quarantined on COVID, and not all of them had COVID, but we had to take the precautions, so we quarantined them. They would get their test back. You go through a process. There's a length of time. You think you're sick, you got to wait, get tested, wait on the test to come back, and then that's 7 to 10 days.
Sure, sure,
Absolutely.
yeah,
So
yeah.
these people are out, and they may not be sick, but you don't want to take that chance.
Right.
This is the disease that you can't understand yet. Especially early. So
Oh, absolutely, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So we were in that 30-40 range, sometimes pushing more than that, because you're tracking it, making sure that everybody's where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, yeah. So global, I guess GKN, and how many states do you know? Am I putting you on the spot by how many, how many different, I mean,
Yeah, so we're all over the world.
okay,
So,
oh, wow.
Our I don't want to say corporate headquarters, but it's in Michigan. For the U.S., it's in Michigan, but there are people all over the world.
Oh, wow.
So in Bernie, Germany, Italy, uh, and literally every continent in the world has a campus.
We need to go visit these places.
You need both.
Road trip. Yeah, road trip. I can see that. I need to see that facility for sure. Okay.
I haven't even seen the Salem one yet.
Oh,
Come
you got
on.
it. Yeah, it is nice. It is, and I think you guys do a wonderful job. I mean, keeping it clean, keeping it good, and keeping it, friendly and nice for the community, but also for the employees, and everything. So. And everybody that I've heard, the only thing that I've heard negative from GKN would be the hours.
Yep.
And that's been years ago, like you said.
Yep.
And just not, not everybody. I mean, some people like to kick it and hit all those hours.
Yep.
But for those that just like, oh, I don't know if I can work all those hours,
Yep. So we're working very diligently to change that, to make sure that people understand that we're trying not to work people to death.
Right. Is that something that the company realized? I mean, was there or something that personally just here in our community was realized that it was probably, 7 days a week,
Yeah, I think it.
We need to go to church.
Yeah, we need to go to church. I think it's just a different mindset. I think early on, and it was everybody. You do what you're going to go to work and you do what you need to do. And there wasn't much thought about work-life balance. And as culture changes, the community changes, and the different ages come up. The guys who are working 7 days a week they're few and far between now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's again, no matter if it was the 50s or the 60s or the 70s or the 80s or today, 7 days a week's not good for anybody.
Right.
We want them to go out, have their time off, have their time with their family, come back fresh. They're sharper. Everyone's sharper. You, me, whoever. If we have that downtime, we come back. We're sharper. We're more focused on what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think we've learned that. I think there's been a lot of places that, it's not necessarily unique to GKN because other places have been the same,
Right.
where they've been where they really hit it hard and then realize that it's better when you do give people a break.
Right.
Family time, downtime, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you working for?
Exactly.
To live, you're living. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, has GKN always made the same item?
I think the products change over time. We have different products that are going out.
Mm-hmm.
The customers go, customers come. As things change, new developments, different speeds and transmissions, those types of things. The product changes. So.
I didn't know. That's very interesting for sure.
Yeah, it's something that if you've never seen it before, it's pretty cool. If you get a chance, come by and see me, and I'll take you out.
Yes,
You know,
I'm going
to see a part that's powder 1 second. You know, see something that's powder 1 second, and the next second it's a piece. You know,
Yes.
and then you see it in an oven, and there's flames, and you know, and it's going through that centering process. It's really cool.
We're gonna have
Could
to
you
go
put
to
a pizza in that oven?
and
Would that
go
oven
live. It may not be edible.
Yeah,
but
it'd be
it's
gone,
yeah.
So that oven's about it's 2400 degrees.
Ooh,
And those parts
I
in there
have
about
heard about that hot
3-4.
oven. Yes,
Yeah.
I have. Yeah, that's the hot
And
oven.
we have a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, so the jobs that I mean, would that be something that would be part of the what we were talking about, this new career for someone like that doing?
You know, there are different levels.
Uh-huh.
So there are other jobs. We have compacting, set up compacting operators, and that's a highly skilled job. And then people would come into that job and go through. That's a job you can't learn in a year. You know, that takes multiple years because you don't get to see all the issues that come up in a short period of time. So it's a very complex situation, very complex presses, and it takes a while to get those skills developed. So we work very hard at trying to train those people and get those people that type of knowledge.
So when you first walked in, Doug, 3 years ago, what did you think? Did you think, wow, all this goes on?
Yeah, I mean, I was hired to come in and help with some stuff that was going on there, and you know, we had a lot of conversations, a lot of talks with the associates and with the staff, and it's a phenomenal place. I think the thing that just blew my socks off was the people. I mean, the people who had been there for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
That says a
tremendous
lot.
start.
Yeah.
It's a tremendous source of pride for the company. It's a tremendous source of pride for the associates that are there. That place is there because of the people that are in it.
Yeah, exactly. And that, I mean, through, you think about from the 50s, like you said, 60s, 70s, I mean, all of the things that have gone on in our world,
Right.
and for that to survive and to stay and thrive and still going strong. And,
Right.
you know, and GKN, you guys are very involved in the community, really.
Right.
I think, you know, we hear GKN, you know, you guys sponsor stuff, you do
Right.
stuff, but a lot of times we don't really know what you do.
Yeah.
You know, right? I mean, you hear about
yeah.
GKM, and you
Yeah.
know that there's a lot of people that work here, a lot of great people.
Right.
But we just don't know what all you did. You know, what all you do.
So huge transmission parts manufacturer. You know, GM, Ford. We've got other tier 2 suppliers, that type of stuff. So
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
It is awesome. Well, how does someone who's listening or knows someone that might be interested in getting and to be a part a new career and ready, or maybe somebody sitting there thinking, you know, I'd like to change, I'd like to do something different. How do they get a hold of you?
yeah, just tell them to show up between 8 and 4. Excuse me, have them ask for human resources,
Okay.
and we'll come out and take care of them.
All right. And Doug, what is your title? I should have started off with that.
Yeah, I'm the human resource
That's
manager.
what I was going to say.
there.
Yeah, that's what I yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. And that's a big title for a big company.
Yeah, you know, it's I call it the hey you guy. Hey
Yeah.
you, I need this, or hey you, I need that. You know, so
Yeah.
you know, it's a job that's you know, it's a very satisfying job.
Yeah.
You know, you have the opportunity to have a direct impact on people. Best day ever of my job is giving somebody a new opportunity, getting somebody hired. So
That's awesome.
Have you ever seen The Office? Remember Toby?
Yep.
Nobody likes Toby. Doug, I know.
Toby.
I
Toby,
know.
yeah.
I know. I can't help but think that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's great. I've got a friend, Brian, who I don't know if he's listening or not, but he's human resources, and I always send him all kinds of stuff all the time. Yeah. So maybe I need to start sending your stuff too.
Well, I just wanted to say to you, thank you very much for this opportunity.
Oh,
you know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were a little crazy. I wanted to get it out here earlier, but we were a little crazy. We had budgets going on, and You know, it's one of those things where you turn your budget in, and then you got to scrub your numbers and go back at it.
Absolutely.
Sure.
So,
Well, and I just, I think I hope that the takeaway this morning is they realize how many people actually are employed at GKN and how big, we know you're very much a part of this community,
right.
but how awesome it is and what pride.
Yep.
I mean, I'm so happy about that because, probably our biggest employer in the whole community, in the whole county would be our schools.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Right.
second, almost would be, GKN.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. If we're not second, we're pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm thinking that what a blessing. And also, I love that you've upped the ante, the wages.
Right.
That's really good, Doc.
Yeah, so we put in the last couple of years, we put a new wage scale in our, so it's a pay for knowledge. So before it was a set increase, you got so much money every month and that type of thing, and it took you a while to get to the top of the scale. With this new program, it's a pay for knowledge. So if you go through the practicals and modules that we have for each job, you can get to the top of the scale earlier. So.
And I love that too. I love incentives like that, and I love also for those that are working hard.
Right.
You don't have to. It's not a time frame necessarily. It's more of a how much do you want to put into this?
Right.
What all you want to do, and I love that because those people are going to do that because they're going to want to make the money.
Exactly. Yep.
And I love that they don't have to travel. It's right here, and what a beautiful income. And for and I'm all for we just had Celebrity Homes on, and yesterday, and they were talking about that first home buying, and all that. They're getting that, and you want people to be able to afford that, and you want them to have that money, and what a blessing that they can make a good living and live here at home if they want to be here. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of funny. You take a drive through our parking lot, and it kind of reflects what's going on it's from an HR standpoint. The people are driving good cars. A lot of them driving new cars. They're making a living wage.
Yeah, and don't you love that?
Absolutely.
I would too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would be very happy about that too.
Right.
Because I want everybody to do the best they can do and make the most money they can.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think as and especially if either way, if you're wanting to do something different or looking for something, this is a great opportunity. Or if you're just getting out of high school and you're ready to get started and I'm all about them making that money and getting started on their career and knowing at what path they want to go. And this is an option, and this is a great option.
That's a great option that doesn't put you in debt.
Yeah.
See, that's awesome.
That says a lot too. Yeah, for sure. So, Doug, I'm so happy you came on today, and I hope that that you get flooded. I hope you're just.
You and me both. But
I do. I really do. And I hope people can see that. And try it and see. And I'm all for people trying to see a new career. And it sounds like with also you might start off in one job there at GKN and completely say this is my goal to get to this job, or this is what I wanted. Maybe they want to be human resources. Then someday you'll be ready to hang it up.
Yeah, and that's a good point because we try to promote from within. So if you come in and you learn different jobs and you show some leadership skill and some initiative, we do frontline leadership training. So we have that set up with the university, and we give. We're all about giving people tools in their toolbox, and that's another opportunity. If you want to move into management, move into supervision, move into management, there's always that opportunity to do that.
Yeah, and those are just anything else you can put in your toolbox, or a feather in your cap, however you want to say it, is that much better.
Yeah, just helps you to be an all-around person.
Absolutely. So. Yeah, and it actually adds a lot of value to you.
Right.
Yeah, so that's wonderful. That's great. Well, I'm so happy about that. So thank you so much, GKN. And Laura, thanks for coming and hanging out. Salem Crossing, Meadowview, you guys.
Open for business.
Open for business. Gearing up, getting ready. Have you got it all decorated Halloweeny over there?
They're working on it.
Working on it?
They're working on it, yeah.
And I'm sure you guys are already thinking about a big Thanksgiving meal before too long.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They love the party over there.
Yeah.
They're just
any kind of party.
Yeah.
Anytime we can have a party, we're doing it.
Any day. I mean, it's party time. We gotta have a party.
Yeah.
Life's too short, right?
Oh yeah.
70, 80 residents. Yep. We have birthdays all the time.
Yeah.
There we go.
We love
Always
it.
fun. Yeah. That's great.
was cheesecake day yesterday, so they
Yeah.
had cheesecake.
Oh, I know. It
Yeah.
was actually pumpkin cheesecake.
I think I'm going to come to her place.
Oh, you do? No, you do. You want to drop in? Yeah, you need to go see her.
Yeah, I would go.
Yeah.
We couldn't find pumpkin cheesecake, so we just had every kind of cheesecake you could imagine, aside from pumpkin.
Oh, I love. Yeah. See, yeah.
Oh yes.
Like they do it right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
like
don't
it.
think I've ever popped in that there's not some kind of a party
Oh,
going on.
absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean they go all out. It's just it's.
Yeah.
We love it.
Life's too short, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you-
they're a fun group for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
So keep up the good work, and you're going to be traveling tonight, so be careful.
Yes.
Yeah, Salem Lions. Yeah.
Southridge, we're
In action.
coming for you.
Yeah.
Good luck tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. My boy's super excited. He was still talking about it when I got home from
Yeah.
school last night. It's like, Mom, we had team meal, and
Oh yeah.
he's ready. So
Yeah, I know they are. That's exciting for sure. And then, of course, so Salem's going to be traveling, West Washington home and Eastern home, and we'll be carrying all three games. I'll be back here full blast, keeping this going, making sure. And our wonderful announcers, our announcers are fantastic.
they
So
are
they are
fantastic.
really good.
I'm constantly flipping between trying to catch them all. I love it.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
it.
They put some humor into it.
Oh,
They're nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yes.
It was last week was super great. I loved it.
So we're very proud of them and exciting time. So and sectional is always a good time for sure. So we got that going on, and then of course IU will be playing tomorrow. WSLM is sending a lot of folks up there, so hopefully Ohio State's going to be hard. I don't know,
That one's gonna be difficult.
might be a long way home
Yeah.
back from Bloomington.
Yeah.
I have to stop and have some cheesecake, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
After that,
Oh.
yeah. Womp womp.
I'm gonna listen to it. I'll just listen to it.
Right.
I'm not going to the cold to.
I can see you.
No. I'll
All right.
listen to WSLM.
It is fun to go up there though. All right, and everyone, and of course, going on right now, pumpkins and all the festivities going on, and I got from all your scary stuff going on, things. And you like scary movies, Doug?
No, my girls do, but I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I like to sleep at night.
Yeah, there you go. Laura, what about you? Yeah. I'm more comedy. I like
Oh, yeah?
comedy. Yeah. Like a good laugh is good for me too. For sure. Well, thank you guys for coming in and hanging out. And Doug, again, they just come on out to GKN.
Right.
And location, let's give the location. I didn't realize for those that maybe are new to the community.
Yeah, so
It'd be actually on Main Street. Go down Main
go
Street,
down Main Street.
and then you turn on. I'm trying to remember. Oh, hang on.
We're Imperial Drive. It's
Imperial?
198 South Imperial Drive is our address.
They can Google that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just ask anyone. Everyone's oh yeah.
Everybody knows where it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's on top of the hill to the right.
Yeah. You're like an island on the hill up there. Yeah. It's wonderful. And everybody's been wondering what goes on in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, the mystery. So thank you for telling us everything that goes on. And of course, hats off to all of those 45 years and all those employees up there and keeping it going and a big part of our community. You guys sponsor all kinds of stuff. You're always involved and Doug, you guys just do it and you're very modest about it. So thank you for all you do for the community too.
Well, we appreciate the community as well.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Thank you so much. All right, Laura, let's thank our sponsors.
Absolutely. We have Walmart, Meadowview, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Kentucky Anna Cat and Core, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, and Celebrity Home Loans.
Yay, thank you so much, guys. All right, have a wonderful Friday.
Happy Friday.
Thank you.
Everyone out to our next show on October 30th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Washington County Fairgrounds. 45 tables, sports cars, sports memorabilia, and non-sports cars. Admission is free. Come out and buy some or treat. Kids get to trick or treat. Don't forget to follow us on all your social media platforms at Salem Cartoon.
at a retracement back to the upside. I don't think we're going to go substantially lower than we traded yesterday. So wouldn't surprise me at all today to see us have just a little bit of an uptick on the daily close and for the week.
Energy markets have recently supported the ag markets. Can we get cues from there again?
We can get cues from the energy markets. Yes, sir, we can.
Mike Silver at Kokomo Grain, and I'm Andy Eubank. Who's your ag today?
Radio's Dream Team. Rick Burgess, Bill Bubba Bussey, Calvin Speedy Wilburn, The Real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, and Eddie Van Adler.
Here we go, 6 minutes past the hour from the broadcast plaza and teleport. It's more of the Rick and Bubba show. Check Rick and Bubba University, the podcast again this weekend. Our guest, Madison Pruitt. Outside the studio, speaking of bachelors and bachelorettes, Randy Clark with an I, soon to be Randy Cran, is out there. And the bride-to-be getting married in November, her and the ladies. She said one of the things we wanted to do for our bachelorette party is we focused it foundationally on going to see the Rick and Bubba show. And there they are. Yeah, there you go, ladies. Congratulations. Congratulations. And thank you for making
Randy Clark Clan.
Yeah, that's right. Soon to be.
It'll
There
be
she
the
is.
Randy Clark Clan.
She also said she was in the Sanger Theater the night that we nearly rained down death on everybody.
Wow.
She witnessed the event. Seeing those people everywhere, getting emails from when we recapped that the other day. A lot of people were there. And so anyway, what
That
a great
is,
night.
I was there kind of stories.
Yeah.
I was there.
Don't want to talk about it much anymore because Sherry said when she hears it, it frustrates her.
Right.
When she gets upset with it.
It bothers me too.
I know. Well, let's all join the club. All right. So the update: skeletal human remains found in Florida swamp. There's an uplifting story. They have identified them as belonging to the murder suspect, Brian Laundrie.
Well, now we'll never really know what happened.
Well, hopefully, maybe in that backpack, something was there. I doubt it. But maybe the parents know something that they haven't
The
said.
parents still are.
I don't know,
Weird.
but
this
you're
is
right.
one of the places they told them to search, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So what is our theory? What happened to it? What's
All right.
the range of options here?
All right.
He went over there and shot himself,
All right.
and alligators ate him, or
Well,
something?
yeah, here we go. All right, so here we go. Scenario number one: Brian Laundrie is trying to stay hidden, trying to somehow, I guess, live his life out in the wilderness. The wilderness was too much. Flooding, snakes, or alligators took him out against his will.
And he was just a few miles, really, from his house,
Mhm.
right?
That's one theory.
Right.
Theory number two: he went out there, punched his own ticket, and his body's just been floating around out there, and animals have eaten him. That's how I know this. I'm just shooting. Let's just get to the.
Yeah, we're running
And then
together.
number three: somehow he's pulled off that we think it's him, and it's not.
Maybe cut off a hand or something. Threw it
Right.
out there.
Right.
Check this DNA while I'm in Mexico.
I know that's outlandish now that we got
It
some
is.
the dental
Right.
records. But
Yeah, the
still,
dental records.
Because he had to cut his head off.
Then I think that's.
Yeah, I don't know how you.
Then that can't go on the list.
How can you cut your head off and still be alive? I
Yeah,
don't know.
You
Could you?
can throw that out.
Well, will we know the cause of death, or was the body too decomposed and problematic?
Well, again, now we don't get to question him and find out what really happened to the girl. I mean, it's just bizarre.
Yep.
The whole thing is bizarre. Is there any other crazy scenario out there that somebody else is involved in all this?
I guess that would be four. It's out there.
But I mean, I
We
would
could
put
get
that
into
way.
aliens.
I
We
put
could
that.
get into aliens. And
I mean, I put that
Bigfoot.
way down on the list.
Somebody murdered him and drug him out there as a payback.
No, that's a possibility.
I mean, all right, so you want to put that in four?
I mean, I don't know.
Everybody open that in four.
I think we under four we could put other for sure.
So, what do you think we're going to find out? You think Punch, just the two that I think are most likely, punched his own ticket, or the conditions were too dangerous and the conditions took him out?
Well,
No.
the backpack should give us some indication. Did he have supplies in it? Is there a note in it? Is there a recording on his phone? Did he call somebody and say something to them, confess? Is it, there's got to be, we got to know what his frame of mind was. If there's supplies in it, he probably had an accident, I would guess. if there's a note in it or a recording, maybe he's coming clean about it.
There's a
It
note,
seemed like
there's a notebook in it.
seemed like you would have heard about that, though, don't you?
And I'm very confused by this one part of the story that I have not seen.
What's that?
The human remains found in Florida Reserve in the search for Brian Laundrie's were bones, including part of a skull.
Right.
It's unclear how long they've been there, but they were found by Chris and Roberta Laundrie on their first day of search.
They pinpointed exactly where to look because the water had just receded enough for them to search that area, and apparently they got them to where they needed to concentrate on, and that's where they found it.
So they did escort them out there, and that's exactly where they said they would be.
But now the attorney for the family appeared on NBC
Saw
News
that.
and said that they had nothing to do with
Well, I
hiding
mean,
them or anything.
you know, the conspiracy people will get a hold of this. So why don't we just, get a jump on this? What if the parents were totally shocked when he come back without his girl and thought, well, this is going to be terrible. You're going to bring down all kind of scrutiny on us and charges. And the dad and him got in a fight about it. He hit his head and he killed him, and then he drug him out there and left.
That'd be under 4.
I mean, that's as good as anything right now, right?
Scenarios here.
Y'all think y'all going to get punches on ticket? Is that where you think we're headed?
I do.
I'm going alligator.
Well, I'll say
going-
this:
I-
if those are the only two options, I hope it was alligator.
Okay, a little vengeance there.
Yeah.
The
Rough, I know that was harsh, but I'm just being real. Don't be a liar too.
Understood. Because even though you know the area, snakes and alligators and flooding, you can still get in the box.
Yeah.
Well, look, if he,
We know a lot of people that are experts that there's that day that something was wrong.
Steve Irwin.
he was abusing that girl. If he murdered her and left her in a shallow grave, he has forfeited his right to live with the rest of us. So whatever happened to him, good riddance.
And I hate it for his family because his parents have lost a son, and that's tough. I get it.
Well, they lost a son the day he was a murderer.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, he made that decision.
Yeah.
Not them.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But here's the other part about it, and this would be under 4. It still stays under 4.
4 is a big other
It
category.
would be 4C, and that is the real killer killed him and drug him out there, so they found him. I mean, if we're going, it's
The parents in this, to me, and again, I'm not following every move, but you just hear the media reports. They have been very bizarre in all this. One, why weren't they totally alarmed when he came back without her? Then we have reports he was there, he wasn't there, he got supplies, he didn't get supplies.
cutting grass.
Yeah, very vague about all that. And then they're out looking for him. The dad starts helping. And then all of a sudden they say, oh, why don't you go over there to Woolly Swamp and check that? Right here he is. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
They
missing
claim-
some pieces of this. I know.
They claim they went camping together,
Mm-hmm.
and then he ran away. Like so they don't know. I mean, they knew an idea
So
of where
why?
he might be going,
Let me
but
ask you
they
this.
don't know. According to the attorney, he's being a good attorney for the family. He's upset that they are being brought in this like they had something to do with.
Well, no,
hiding it.
here's a fair question. Are you saying they said that they come back without the girl and they go to the police or they go camping?
Well, I mean, they're probably going off, and I don't know, Bubba. It's just the story that we have in prep. I'm reading, and it says that they went camping and then he ran away.
Right.
And
back
so
to the
I don't know
original story.
if they were being duped by him as well, and he came up with some story of where she was, and then
Have they
so
ever
they
said?
didn't know. I don't know. I ain't
So
got
under what? Okay, let's just say that
My
they came
son-
back and he said, "Well, she got mad at me and I dropped her off in Albuquerque or whatever."
Right, yeah.
So he comes back and, hey, well, why don't we go camping? So now we're camping. Oh, he just ran away in the middle of the night. Well, one, did y'all have a discussion? Did you have a fight?
Right.
Did he come clean about something? Did you
Yeah.
push him on something? Did he say, to heck with all y'all, I'm out of here? Or did you just wake up and he was missing?
It may be.
I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
things here that don't make sense.
It may be no more complicated, and this is not any good, bad, ugly, should have, could have. That's not good. It may be no more complicated than we are parents of a son who murdered somebody, and that made us act weird because all sorts of emotions and loyalties and do what's right are all coming at us a million miles, and we don't want to believe it, and we're thinking we love our son, but my gosh, he murdered somebody, and what you saw us do is trying to figure all that out.
So you were obstructing justice.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
And then say, yeah, we
Then
did.
why ain't they brought in?
Well, if this is back to that lawyer doing a good job, maybe they have all the information that we're asking about that nobody's just
Yeah,
done.
I don't know. But I think it was handled PR-wise. The attorney could have handled this better and been updating everybody about how innocent the parents are and they want to find them and all that. And it just doesn't seem like that was done.
Yeah, you're right. Your phone calls are next.
Rick and Bubba.
Today, many small business owners are busier than ever. That's why LinkedIn Jobs has made it easier to get to the candidates worth interviewing faster, and it's free. Create a free job post in minutes on LinkedIn Jobs to reach your network and beyond to the world's largest professional network of over 750 million people. Did you know every week nearly 40 million job seekers visit LinkedIn? Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Bubba. That's linkedin.com/Bubba. Or visit rickandbubba.com for a link under sponsors. Terms and conditions apply. Folks, Mike Lindell and the MyPillow team ask us to say thanks for the way you have responded because you're buying a lot of their great products. If you haven't heard, they've got some super deals right now on their pillows, soft Giza dream sheets, the mattress topper, and more. MyPillows are machine washable, made in the USA, and include a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Their popular buy one, get one premium MyPillow free deal is going on right now. Head to MyPillow.com under radio specials and use the code BUBBA, or visit rickandbubba.com. You'll find more information under the sponsors.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Okay, some good news during a challenging time for everybody, and this could really help. You may know hundreds of thousands of people have already made the switch to MediShare, which is the affordable alternative to health insurance. And with so many people looking at how they pay for healthcare right now, seeing premiums going up or the cost of COBRA plans, MediShare has a special offer, and a lot of people are taking advantage of it. Simply apply by October 30th, and they will waive your new member fee. That's $170 savings. And of course, that's just a start. The typical family saves $500 a month after making the switch. MediShare is a Christian community that has shared over $4 billion in medical bills, and it's worked beautifully for decades. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings. Here it is. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Panera believes in saying yes. Yes to clean, fresh ingredients. Yes to the new chicken sausage and pepperoni flatbread topped with rich mozzarella. Yes to delicious mac and cheese. Yes to putting it on a sandwich, creating the grilled mac and cheese sandwich. And yes to impromptu road trips to Sandwich, Illinois. Because that's living life to the flavor fullest. Get $1 delivery when you order on our app. Panera. Live your yes. Pricing and product availability may vary. Visit PaneraBread.com.
Finding the right Medicare plan may feel impossible, but now it's anything but. With Walgreens Find RX coverage tool, you can compare plans online, over the phone, or in person, making Medicare easier than ever. Easier than picking which true crime doc to watch, figuring out that Wi-Fi password, or putting the duvet cover back on. So if you can do those things with Find RX coverage, you can definitely Medicare. Find the plan that's right for you by visiting walgreens.com/Medicare.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code BLUE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code BLUE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BLUE.
There's a lot of confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID, with guidelines and regulations changing by the week. One thing is certain, you need an accurate thermometer for your family to check for fever, the leading sign of flu and COVID. Only the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Don't rely on non-contact thermometers. They have little or no scientific studies supporting them and can miss the fever that might mean COVID. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Folks, Mike Lindell and the MyPillow team ask us to say thanks for the way you've responded because you're buying a lot of their great products. If you haven't heard, they've got some super deals right now on their pillows, soft Giza, Dream Sheets, the mattress topper, and more. My pillows are machine washable, made in the USA, and include a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Their popular buy one, get one premium MyPillow free deal is going on right now. Head to MyPillow.com under radio specials and use the code BUBBA, or visit rickandbubba.com. You'll find more information under the sponsor.
Paoli, French Lick, and Jasper's home for rock classics. 97.9 WSLM.
21 minutes past the hour, still to come on today's program. Beth Mowens, where will she be? We'll warn two fan bases today, and we'll look at the matchups this weekend.
Boy, Big James is running out of time for that.
I know, in fact, just got away from us. Looking forward to being on our podcast here in a few weeks.
Bubba, you'd hate to miss that.
Yeah. So let's go to the phones. A lot of you are standing by. All 10 lines are available. And, of course, this is kind of where we move into what we're talking about. We've become, the mystery machine people.
That's right.
We're there now.
Gas her up, Speedy. Time to roll again.
Time to go. It's time for us to now investigate. All right, so let's go there's so many different topics out there. Let's go to Todd. Todd, welcome to Rick and Bubba.
Yeah, Todd.
All right, Todd, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, are you there?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Gentlemen.
Todd, please.
Gentlemen,
Todd,
are you
talk.
there?
It's your time.
Todd, you got it.
Todd, go.
Todd, go.
Hey, guys.
All right, that's it. All right, so let's go to Darlene in Florida. Darlene, go ahead.
Hey, Dad.
I think we confused
Hi,
you.
guys. Hey, listen, this is Darlene from the Gun Tote Panhandle and the part of Florida. And I just want to tell you, I've got your UFO thing figured out. Okay, they're abducting people to find people who can make the weaponry and win the football game. So they're having a little trouble, but that's what they're working on.
Yeah, that's from my theory this morning that aliens are coming here, but they realize they can't take us. That's why they're not doing anything. Just because they're good at travel doesn't mean they can win the fight.
There it is.
It's just a theory. North Carolina, Harley is standing by. Harley, go ahead. Hey, Harley.
Hey, Bubba, I just wanted to ask you real quick. You say that the vaccines do work. Just wondering, how do we actually know that? Because the people around me that I know have gotten the COVID with people who are vaccinated versus people who are unvaccinated and actually got sick bad were strangely close to the same.
I know. You heard Bubba say that it's obvious that this vaccine is leaky, and it does not do what you hope they would do. Meaning, if you get this, you're done with it. There's been people that have not been vaccinated, don't have antibodies. They get COVID, they get sick, they have symptoms, they get through it, no problem. And there's fully vaccinated people that have a similar experience. Look, there's all kinds of individuals. I think Bubba's just saying in general. It looks like the vaccine does some good.
Work. I think it does work.
I think
good. The science on it is it does work. It's not perfect.
Is it factual that some fully vaccinated people and unvaccinated people have about the same experience with COVID? That's true. But individual human beings and all the different guys, I've seen people that I thought, would really, really struggle that have gotten through it. I've seen some people that I thought wouldn't struggle with it at all that really struggled with it. I've seen people that, have had it, that were fully vaccinated and it seemed to help them. I don't think we see a whole lot of people. There have been some. Colin Powell was just the latest, but in all fairness, he had lots of comorbidities. But there really haven't been that many fully vaccinated people that COVID has killed after they had the virus. But in all fairness, percentage-wise, COVID doesn't kill people much at all anyway. It's killed a large number of people, but not a high percentage of people. So I know, I hear what you're trying to say is, and I think we put it in a fair category. Do the people who are fully vaccinated and the people who have natural antibodies seem to have a little more protection than those who don't? It seems like they do.
And I will tell you, doctors who I trust, who believe and have a life view, much like all of us do, have told me, who I trust, absolutely have said, look, this is what I see. the people who have the vaccine are having an easier time with the sickness. They're having a better outcome with the sickness than those who have not been vaccinated or have natural antibodies. That's what they're telling me. I do believe that is where we're at on this.
In general, that's correct.
I'm not anti-vax. I don't think it's a perfect one. I think you'll see a redo on that coming sometime in the near future. And but I think we had to start somewhere because there just wasn't enough natural immunity, and the first people that were getting hit by it, the older folks were suffering the most, and we had to try something. And you know, it's made a difference. I do. I'm not anti-vax. So, and I'm not going to be anti-vax just because somebody said.
Yeah, well, I think his
I've got to
problem,
have a little more truth.
his problem was he don't want you to be pro-vax. That's
Right.
where he was coming.
Well, in some cases, I would get it if I didn't have antibodies.
Right.
And I have family members that got it. We have members on the show that got it.
Now, we do not believe that it gives you more protection than your natural antibodies.
I don't right now, no.
I just don't think the evidence is there for that. Let's go to Lisa in Alabama. Lisa, welcome to Rick and Bubba. Go ahead.
Hey, I was just wondering, did Brian actually return to Florida in Gabby's van? And if he did, wouldn't that implicate the parents more as being complicit in what happened?
So the van, he brought it back. Are you saying, what did he do with it?
I mean, wasn't it Gabby's van? Didn't he come back in Gabby's van without Gabby? I mean,
I don't know whose van it is. Was it her van? I don't know whose van it was.
She was living with him, but I thought it was his van.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yes, he did return with it, right?
Yeah, he did.
And not her.
Yeah. Look, the investigation of the family begins now.
Yes.
They had to figure out where this guy was before all that began.
I would say the worst news in all of this, not only for their family losing a son in this, but now they are the only people left to be suspects in this, and they're going to be looked at very closely.
Jordan is out of Heflin, Alabama.
All right, Jordan, fire it in there.
Jordan, go ahead.
Hi, referring to the Brian Laundrie case, it was actually Gabby's van. I think that it's a little suspicious how happy he was in the pictures on the family trip they took after he came back without her. I think that maybe it was maybe like a farewell trip for him, and it was also found out that he was on some sort of medication. I don't know what medication it was, but maybe he ran out of that medication and lost his mind and did off himself. And then the alligators and everything just kind of ate away at him, and his parents didn't know, maybe.
I don't know.
It's possible. I mean, that's as good as anything.
Yeah. Let's go to Ed in Alabama.
Was he vaccinated?
Well, Ed, go ahead.
Hey, I'd like to circle back around to Joe Obama and the comments this morning about the economy. I think it's really, really terrible that Joe Obama would tell everybody to go look for another job. You know, I work for a company. We're 50% down right now because somebody else might pay better.
Yeah, it's this Joe Obama. That's funny. It really is. Guys, look. Do any of us think right now that the president is going to get up at a press conference and say all the things that we know are happening that are negative? That's not how politicians work. Every time they get up to talk, if you think they're going to get up and say, "Let me tell you how I'm messing this country up,"
and take credit,
that's just not going to happen. It's always going to be that everything they're doing is correct, and if you disagree, then you don't understand how the world works.
Yeah, there's more spinning than a water spout, you know?
Yeah. So that's why you got to kind of develop your own education on what works and what doesn't. Because what they're saying is meaningless. We'll be back. Bubba, Rick and Bubba. If you're a regular show listener, you probably heard me talk about my all-form sofa, which is insanely comfortable and looks great in the living room. So here's some exciting news. The same amazing team behind my all-form sofa has brought us unbelievable customized mattresses, Helix. Helix has a sleep quiz that takes about 2 minutes to complete, and it matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Greg, how's your new mattress?
Oh, it was a major upgrade. We love it. Plus, it came in a box right to my front door. Really easy to set up. Great mattress. There you have it, folks. Helix is awesome, but you don't need to take our word for it. Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ and Wired Magazine. So if you're looking for a mattress, just go to helixsleep.com/Bubba. Take the quiz. You order the mattress that you're matched to, and the mattress comes right to your door, shipped for free. Right now, Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders for our listeners. That's at helixsleep.com/Bubba. helixsleep.com/Bubba. Or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors.
Deb's constipation with belly pain, discomfort, and bloating kept giving her grief. She talked to her doctor to get some relief. Turns out Deb had irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, which was a start. Saying yes to Linzess helped her do her part.
Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. There could be more to your story with IBS-C. Talk to a doctor today. Say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by AbbVie and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
This fall, you can get back into the swing of things. Bespoke Post is here with a new seasonal lineup of must-have Box of Awesome collections. Bespoke Post partners with small businesses and emerging brands to bring you the most unique goods every month. No matter what you're into, Box of Awesome has you covered. From cozy threads, camping gear essentials, Box of Awesome has collections for every part of your life. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. See, your answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Each box only costs $45 but has over $70 worth of gear inside. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code Bubba at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com. The code is Bubba for 20% off your first box. Or go to rickandbubba.com under the sponsors to find the link to boxofawesome.com. The prices of just about everything are rising. You have to look for ways to save where you can. Start saving on your auto insurance with Gabby. Gabby gets that shopping for auto insurance is frustrating. That's why they do all the work for you. Things that would take days or weeks, Gabby does in minutes. Gabby is the one true comparison platform. Use your current policy to compare your current coverage with 40 of the top insurance providers like Nationwide and Travelers. And because Gabby uses your current coverage, they only show policies that are the same or better than your current coverage, many of them at a lower price. Gabby has been featured in TechCrunch, Forbes, and USA Today. It's free to use, and they never sell your info, so no annoying spam or robocalls. People who switch with Gabby save on average $80 a month versus their current policy. $80. Start saving on your auto insurance today by going to Gabby.com/Bubba. Gabby.com/Bubba. That's GABI.com/Bubba. Gabby.com/Bubba or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. If you're a regular show listener, you've probably heard me talk about my all-form sofa, which is insanely comfortable. It looks great in the living room. So here's some exciting news. The same amazing team behind my all-form sofa has brought us unbelievable customized mattresses, Helix. Helix has a sleep quiz that takes about 2 minutes to complete, and it matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Greg, how's your new mattress?
Oh, it was a major upgrade. We love it. Plus, it came in a box right to my front door. Really easy to set up. Great mattress.
There you have it, folks. Helix is awesome, but you don't need to take our word for it. Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ and Wired Magazine. So if you're looking for a mattress, just go to helixsleep.com/Bubba. Take the quiz. You order the mattress that you're matched to, and the mattress comes right to your door, shipped for free. Right now, Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders for our listeners. That's at helixsleep.com/Bubba. helixsleep.com/Bubba. Or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors.
Rock out at work, rock out in the car, or wherever you are with 97.9 WSLM.
Coming to you from the Broadcast Plaza and Teleport. Here's Rick and Bubba.
35 minutes now.
I love, got a photograph, picture
As we make our way back, simplysafebubba.com teaming up with the Rick and Bubba Show and adding the new ultra-wide 140-degree field of view 1080p HD resolution and 8x zoom. And now you know what's going on inside the property and you're protected, but you also know what is going on outside as well with a beautiful view. You also have the ability to see day or night. The color night vision and the built-in spotlight are fantastic. So if you'd like to add this to a system right now, we'll get you 20% off the new system. And your first month of monitoring will be free when you enroll with their interactive monitoring, which is about $15 a month. No hidden fees. You install it yourself. It's just a better way to do security. And now they've added this really cool outdoor camera. SimplySafeBubba.com to get you 20% off the entire new system. And then first month of monitoring will be free. There's also a link at rickandbubba.com. You find that under the sponsors button. All right, so let's talk a little college football. College football coming up this weekend. Tough to find a good matchup. I will report to the fans that we do not see Helmsy wearing anybody's hoodie, so I think we're okay there.
Yep.
But
I'm done talking sports for a while. People can't handle it.
I know.
I got other things I can focus on, and it's just not worth it, Rick.
So there's some things.
Nobody's appreciative of anything these days.
Yeah, for some reason, with all the things going on with Coach O and Lane Kiffin, I guess the 2:30 CBS game, we still like that just because who knows what's going to happen with those two characters on the field.
Yeah,
right.
The off the field stuff may be better than the on the field stuff, and with Ole Miss, you never know. Who knows?
And they're playing at home, so at least fewer things should be thrown at Lane Kiffin.
If I could see Lane walking down the sideline with "Flip the Script" by Ed Ogeron, that'd be something.
That's so good.
I'd love
If I was Kiffin,
you may see it.
I would take that golf ball and keep it in my pocket all year long. It's good luck.
Yeah.
He took it to the.
What if he wore it as a necklace?
Yeah, why not?
So that I'm looking here. Can you believe that none of us care about Tennessee at Alabama?
Well, Rick, it's been years since that game mattered.
Does anybody know the last time that Tennessee beat Alabama?
Well,
anybody
Rick,
give me a number on that?
I
Somebody
said
give
on
me
this
that.
show a long time
Man.
ago, to have a good rivalry, both teams have to have a chance at winning, and both teams have to win at some point in time to keep the rivalry alive. And this one just hasn't been very good. I bless the Tennessee fans hard. I know it's been tough. I know some of them. They can't believe it. They feel like they are down and somebody's got their knee on them and they can't get up.
Last victory for Tennessee over Alabama 15 years ago, 2009. How about that?
15 years ago. So kids getting their driving license, learner's permit, have never seen Tennessee beat Alabama.
My son has never seen it. Not one time.
See, that's 15 years.
Caroline hadn't either, by the way.
Yeah, that's a long time ago there, folks. So that isn't much of a rivalry. Anybody think Tennessee can do anything with Alabama? No believers. Not even Tennessee fans.
I'm not saying a word, Rick.
Isn't it homecoming for Alabama?
Speedy's giving me a thumbs up. Yes, sir.
So, who ever thought that?
Yeah, that you'd invite Tennessee for your homecoming game so everybody gets into play.
So we'll see. I'm looking for something intriguing. No offense, I know this upsets people in South Carolina, but the fact that Clemson's not even ranked and South Carolina's not any good. By the way, Clemson's not ranked.
Yeah.
When's the last time?
Tough season.
Been a while.
Well, Rick, they're playing for bragging rights.
Okay, well, they're not playing each other. But I'm just talking about.
Well, it just shows you how hard it is to keep this up.
In the state of South Carolina, neither team, let me tell you something. I'm more apt to watch Clemson than South Carolina. When South Carolina's on TV, it's like whoever. I just can't watch the game. It's one of
when they're at home, it's an awesome party for about 3 minutes.
But that's the thing.
That intro is phenomenal.
And that's what gets me. And like Greg said, I think Steve Spurrier has done all you can do with South Carolina. I think that if you're wondering, well, how good can South Carolina be? I think that was it.
Well, they won the East. They won the East. Went to Atlanta.
Yeah, got whacked. But they
went to Atlanta, Rick.
Right, you're right.
Well, Coach Lowe.
Yeah. But it's something about the uniform, and it always bothers me when somebody has a really good pregame tradition, but the team's not in. You know what I mean? If you're going to have that kind of hype coming on the field,
It's just over so fast. But
And do you think too? There's some aggravation because they went, "Wow, Clemson did it. Why can't we?"
right, that always is the case. But Clemson down as well. So I don't really see USC at Notre Dame.
That used to be a monumental game. I mean, that was when we had 3 channels. ABC Wide World Sports would cover that and break in with updates from the Globetrotters on a battleship somewhere.
Oh yeah,
on an aircraft carrier in the Middle East.
Yeah, that was
Good night.
I was so hoping we'd run out of time.
So there goes the air horn. Air raid siren. There's 2 college football fan bases that have been assigned bet moments. 3:30 on ESPN2. I'm so sorry. That is 2:30 Central Time, 3:30 Eastern. Beth Mullins and Kirk Morrison. Greg, it will be the Maryland at Minnesota game.
Boy, that ought to be good.
Beth headed out to Minnesota.
Gophers.
Hey, Bobby, you want me to go out and do anything up there where Kirk and I are in Minnesota?
We're
Beth
good.
Mullins here.
We're
She
good.
gonna talk to PJ.
How about those Vikings?
Row the boat.
Bill Bubba Boussoir, how about those Vikings?
How about them?
Not picking up many yards. Not many yards.
The only time they win is when they have no chance.
You know what Maryland is, don't you? You know their mascot, Terrapins.
Yeah.
Terrapins. Those terrible Terrapins. They'll be battling the Golden Gophers. Now, somebody rowed the boat.
How's old Row the Boat doing?
Not so well.
Well, he was hot there
Not
for a
so
while.
well.
Got upset by Ball State or somebody, but
Ball
I think they
State.
turned it back around.
Hey, Ball State. I'm comfortable to
Typical
say
year
when
for them.
female announcer.
I mean, he was,
I'm comfortable to say.
every time there was a job opening, he was on the list, back
Tough roll back to say Ball State.
then.
I haven't had that one yet. But the Terrapins, terrible Terrapins. How about Tua Tagovailoa as a little boy?
Yes,
Little
he's still
brother.
the quarterback. I haven't
Is
heard
a
a lot.
Tagovailoa there, Kurt Morrison?
I know he was the starter, but I think he got pulled.
Not sure who's quarterbacking, but Mama will tell you when I get there.
And their coach is the former Alabama
Minnesota,
coach,
roll the
Locksley.
boat.
Yeah, former offensive coach.
Nobody rowing the boat right now in Minnesota.
You haven't heard
Golden
him on
Gophers.
the list for coaching vacancies lately. I don't
People
know
not
why.
as excited
What happened?
as they once were. Not
Who are
many.
you talking about?
I'm talking about rowing the boat. Can't think of his name right now. PJ Fleck. Mama's didn't get much sleep last night.
I get it.
Yeah, PJ Fleck. Nobody rowing it anymore. Nobody wants Coach Fleck to row the boat. Hope he didn't pull a hammy. Hope he didn't pull a hammy.
It's almost like he lost an oar.
He lost one
I
in the
don't think
horse.
they're a disaster by no means. They got upset by one person, but I think
Nobody
Didn't they win a
interested.
big win last week against
What's their
somebody
record?
that was decent?
Nice motivational speech. Not a lot of wins. That's the problem. Mama's sitting here rowing that boat for PJ
Row it.
Fleck. Mom will be ready to go for the 3:30 kick. Toe touches leather, Bubba.
We're underway.
We're underway right here. Send it out of Kirk. Mama's here. Here comes the yards. Look at that tackler. Everybody, the pageantry. You are looking live with Beth Mullins and Kurt Morrison. And so that's anybody dial over and check that one out.
You ever come be all over?
Is Tagovailoa's little brother still the quarterback there? Tua Tagovailoa.
You know he was. I don't know if he's.
It says Minnesota's 4-2. They're in second place. And,
Yeah,
they
expect
beat
more.
Big
Nebraska.
Ten West.
Everybody beats Nebraska, Greg. Mama
That's a
knows
good
this.
point.
How about
That's a good
Nebraska is in dead last of the Big Ten West?
Beating Nebraska.
Is
No,
that right?
the Huskers. No longer the Huskers. Huskers not a big deal anymore.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
beats them. Everybody the Huskers.
You talking about Tiny Scott
Nebraska.
Frost?
There's a little
What-
tiny
what-
Scott
what-
Frost talking to Bill
seriously?
Baba Boussoir.
Seriously, what has happened to Nebraska? How can you go that far down? Huh?
His
Not a
brother does play for Maryland. He's still there.
Is he starting QB? Will I be talking about young Tagovailoa?
He must be.
Talia?
You might.
Is he the starter for the terrible Terrapins?
I know he did start. I don't know if he still is.
Still out
According
there?
to this, he's their guy.
Tagovailoa? Yeah, have you been down to see his daddy's campfire in Alabaster? Not far from the Warriors. Greg, you and your boys got a big one tonight.
Yeah, you gonna be there, man?
Mama, be down there calling the Buccaneers against Warriors. Pull a hammy, picking up yards. Somebody needs to get a timeout.
So, oh my God.
So there it is. Beth Mullins, Bethy, Maryland, and Minnesota.
Boy, that's a I mean, you just hear that. It makes you really want to turn the channel and set your
Mama's
heart.
coming to the home of Purple Rain. Drop over and see Princess Place a little bit. Go see the sights. Go check out the Vikings. Where's that big ball up there? Tony ball?
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Companies. If you thought you missed your chance to refinance and save, think again. Mortgage rates have recently dropped, and Rocket Mortgage can help you save big when you call 8338-ROCKET today. For example, with a $250,000 30-year fixed-rate mortgage, you could get a new low rate under 3%. If your current rate is over 3.75%, you could lower your payment by over $100 a month, saving thousands in interest. But you've got to act now, because no one knows how long these low rates will last. So when you need a simple way to get big savings, Rocket can. Call us today at 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rocket. Refinance offer assumes a rate of 2.99%, 3.21% APR, 70% loan-to-value ratio for the cost of 1.75 points. $4,375 due at closing. Monthly payment of $1,052.66. Taxes and insurance not included. Payment will be greater. Rates current as of 7/26/21. Conditions apply. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Panera believes in saying yes. Yes to clean, fresh ingredients. Yes to the new chicken sausage and pepperoni flatbread topped with rich mozzarella. Yes to delicious mac and cheese. Yes to putting it on a sandwich, creating the grilled mac and cheese sandwich. And yes to impromptu road trips to Sandwich, Illinois. Because that's living life to the flavor fullest. Get $1 delivery when you order on our app. Panera. Live your yes. Pricing and product availability may vary. Visit PaneraBread.com.
What can give you a competitive edge in today's red-hot housing market? Rocket can. That's because Rocket Mortgage can give you a verified approval. It could help your offer stand out, because when you find the perfect home, you don't want to lose it to anybody else. Rocket Technology provides a rock-solid verification of your income, assets, and credit, giving sellers and their agents greater confidence in you. We've already helped over 1 million clients just like you reach their home financing goals this year alone. So remember this. What can help you buy the home you really want? Rocket can. Go to rocketmortgage.com or call us today at 8338-ROCKET. That's rocketmortgage.com or call 8338-ROCKET.
A verified approval is based on underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information, appraisal, and title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
There's a lot of confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID, with guidelines and regulations changing by the week. One thing is certain, you need an accurate thermometer for your family to check for fever, the leading sign of flu and COVID. Only the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Don't rely on non-contact thermometers. They have little or no scientific study supporting them and can miss the fever that might mean COVID. Learn more at Exergen.com.
This fall, you can get back into the swing of things. Bespoke Post is here with a new seasonal lineup of must-have Box of Awesome collections. Bespoke Post partners with small businesses and emerging brands to bring you the most unique goods every month, no matter what you're into. Box of Awesome has you covered. From cozy threads, camping gear essentials, Box of Awesome has collections for every part of your life. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. See, your answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Each box only costs $45 but has over $70 worth of gear inside. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code BUBBA at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com. The code is BUBBA for 20% off your first box. Or go to rickandbubba.com under the sponsors to find the link to boxofawesome.com. As weather gets cooler, aren't we all craving comfort food to keep us and our family cozy? But with the fall calendar filling up, we just don't have the hours to spend on meal prep. Luckily, HelloFresh delivers everything you need right to your doorstep. It doesn't hurt that it's 30% cheaper than grocery shopping, packed with fresh produce, and has plenty of variety to choose from. 50 menu and market options every week. Quick and easy recipe.
This Homer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute. This Sunday, I'm excited about the battle for first place in the AFC North between Cincinnati and Baltimore. This is a graduate school exam for Joe Burrow and the Bengals. We'll see if they qualify as an elite team all of a sudden. No one questions Kansas City's offense, but the Chiefs' defense is another story. Can it tame the monster that is Derrick Henry? Miami is one of my upset specials at home against the scuffling Atlanta Falcons. Another, believe it or not, is the Giants, who host Carolina. Later, like everyone else, I'll be watching to see whether Detroit will remain winless.
Elmira, Corridor, and Marie goes home for Rock Classics. 97.9 WSLM.
Over San Fran under the lights. As usual, we'll kick things off for you Sunday at noon Eastern on the NFL Today on CBS. See you Sunday and enjoy the games. I'm Boomer Esiason.
CBS Sports Radio. Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit beefy, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-1509. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life, call 800-555-1509.
To the mode that you think it'll never be done.
Yeah,
and then
that's pretty much where I'm at.
Yeah, and then you'll be surprised the day they finally say it's ready. You're like, wow, that was quicker than I thought. What, really? What were you thinking? I was thinking never. So then it always comes in quicker than you thought because you think never.
Right.
So
then you're surprised and you're happy.
Right. This has led to you're having an automobile deficit.
Yeah. We're a little short here.
Yeah, and by the way, when that truck is finished, let me sell it. I'll get you top dollar. Okay?
Yeah, I'm planning. I think we're gonna sell it on the air here.
Just give it to me, and I will.
I heard it's going to be part of the 12 working days of Christmas.
It may be.
Yeah.
Well, of course, due to budget cutbacks and things that happened due to COVID, it may be the 6.5 working days of Christmas this year.
I was going to ask you. We need to. I haven't even, are we even going to be able to have that this year? I don't know.
No, we have a few days.
Yeah. By the way, remind me too in the next segment. I want to talk to you about our moving to a new studio and what's happening all around. All right. So what I've heard you talk about trying to go, and here's one of the big problems is trying to find cars.
Yeah.
You can't find them.
There's a real problem now. New, used. It's just due to the supply problems. And everybody's well familiar with that.
Matter of fact, somebody said they had some coming up today in the train.
Yeah, they did. They hated to lose those. Right. So I've actually been out just kind of looking around, seeing what's out there. I hadn't had to get out and look for a truck in 22 years, Rick. So it's been a while. But while I'm out there, Rick, doing a little research, I love technology, and this is actually a tech segment, I guess.
Is it really?
Yes, I love technology, but not as much as you think. But I still love technology, always and forever.
Overall thoughts.
So
Rick, I had to go on a test drive in a Tesla yesterday. And I've rode in a couple. This is the first time I've drove.
You had to.
I had to. Okay. And I had the lovely Betty Lou along with me, and we took a Tesla Model 3 Performance out for a little ride. I brought you a little clip here to see it in action. No mom, no hands. We're headed to the beach. What a great day to be out here driving. Thanks, Elon.
Thanks, Elon. So you're in the automatic drive mode there?
Yeah, it's autopilot. It's driving itself. I'm just along for the ride.
How'd that feel?
Very strange. You don't want to take your hands off the wheel, because I just, I want that ability to do that. But I had to test it out, much to Betty's dismay while we were on the interstate.
She like it?
Well, it's just unnerving when whoever you're riding with doesn't have their hands on the steering wheel.
Well, see, it's one thing to say I'm going to let This
This is Boomer Science with the CBS Sports Minute. This Sunday, I'm excited about the battle for first place in the AFC North between Cincinnati and Baltimore. This is a graduate school exam for Joe Burrow and the Bengals. We'll see if they qualify as an elite team all of a sudden. No one questions Kansas City's offense, but the Chiefs' defense is another story. Can it tame the monster that is Derrick Henry? Miami is one of my upset specials at home against the scuffling Atlanta Falcons. Another, believe it or not, is the Giants, who host Carolina. Later, like everyone else, I'll be watching to see whether Detroit will remain winless. They'll probably be silenced by the Rams. And can Arizona remain perfect? Also likely versus lowly Houston. Finally, my bonus upset special is visiting Indy over San Fran under the lights. As usual, we'll kick things off for you Sunday at noon Eastern on the NFL Today on CBS. See you Sunday and enjoy the game. I'm Boomer Esiason.
CBS Sports Radio.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit beefy, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes or overweight or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-1509. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-1509. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life, call 800-555-1509. Experience. I mean, I know the future of driving is going to look like that, but Rick, it's just really strange to be able to get in and see a car do all that it'll do by itself.
How proud are they of them?
Well, they're not as bad as they used to be because there's a lot more of them. But they're all used vehicles. They're very proud of now.
Oh yeah.
Because
is that a used one you were in?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I don't think Bubba actually had the autopilot on the Tesla engaged. I think something else was steering it.
They call that one the. That seat won't go back. Can that seat go back one more?
Well, it's really kind of a bad angle there. It wasn't that ground at the time that I remember.
Right. You were just so excited you didn't know.
And boy, she'll go. That's all you need.
Okay. So, if I was going to buy a used truck or a used one of these, are they in the same ballpark?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. You're talking about
let's say proud of trucks now.
This is a Tesla 3 Performance model, which has a few more bells and whistles on it. 16,000 miles, you can get it for 68. A big truck's going to run you 68 to 80 in that range.
What about, which is unbelievable.
I know. That's twice as much as my first house, by the way.
Of course, it's electric.
Oh, I know. Isn't that crazy? Just batteries. And we've driven the electric cars before. We drove one the power company had, and I think Greg drove the same one.
Oh yeah.
The thing about it that's so odd is it doesn't have a transmission, so it doesn't shift gears. So you don't have that accelerate, pause, accelerate. It's just it's just the curve goes straight up. So it just accelerates, just keeps going, which is a strange feel for. But as far as the body of the car and the look and the handling of it, it's very much like a sporty type car now would drive. Felt very good.
So, if you is the world getting? Are we ready for all the battery needs?
I don't know. That's been my concern all along. Right. And power grid and all that. We're gonna trade one problem for another.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about right now. If you got an electric car, is there enough out there that you can?
Well, you have a plug-in that you can just plug into 110, like in your garage, and charge it up overnight. But it may, depending on how low you run it down, it might take longer than that. But you can get a rapid charger put in that will charge it overnight.
Top of the hour.
Rick and Bubba.
If you're a regular show listener, you probably heard me talk about my all-form sofa, which is insanely comfortable and looks great in the living room. So here's some exciting news. The same amazing team behind my all-form sofa has brought us unbelievable customized mattresses, Helix. Helix has a sleep quiz that takes about 2 minutes to complete, and it matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Greg, how's your new mattress?
Oh, it was a major upgrade. We love it. Plus, it came in a box right to my front door. Really easy to set up. Great mattress.
There you have it, folks. Helix is awesome, but you don't need to take our word for it. Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ and Wired Magazine. So if you're looking for a mattress, just go to helixsleep.com/Bubba. Take the quiz. You order the mattress that you're matched to, and the mattress comes right to your door, shipped for free. Right now, Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders for our listeners. That's at helixsleep.com/Bubba. helixsleep.com/Bubba. Or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors.
Deb's constipation with belly pain, discomfort, and bloating kept giving her grief. She talked to her doctor to get some relief. Turns out Deb had irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C, which was a start. Saying yes to Linzess helped her do her part.
Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. There could be more to your story with IBS-C. Talk to a doctor today. Say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by AbbVie and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
This fall, you can get back into the swing of things. Bespoke Post is here with a new seasonal lineup of must-have Box of Awesome collections. Bespoke Post partners with small businesses and emerging brands to bring you the most unique goods every month, no matter what you're into. Box of Awesome has you covered. From cozy threads, camping gear essentials, Box of Awesome has collections for every part of your life. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. See, your answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Each box only costs $45 but has over $70 worth of gear inside. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code Bubba at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com. The code is Bubba for 20% off your first box. Or go to rickandbubba.com under the sponsors to find the link to boxofawesome.com. The prices of just about everything are rising. You have to look for ways to save where you can. Start saving on your auto insurance with Gabby. Gabby gets that shopping for auto insurance is frustrating. That's why they do all the work for you. Things that would take days or weeks, Gabby does in minutes. Gabby is the one true comparison platform. Use your current policy to compare your current coverage with 40 of the top insurance providers like Nationwide and Travelers. And because Gabby uses your current coverage, they only show policies that are the same or better than your current coverage, many of them at a lower price. Gabby has been featured in TechCrunch, Forbes, and USA Today. It's free to use, and they never sell your info, so no annoying spam or robocalls. People who switch with Gabby save on average $80 a month versus their current policy. $80. Start saving on your auto insurance today by going to Gabby.com/Bubba. Gabby.com/Bubba. That's GABI.com/Bubba. Gabby.com/Bubba or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. If you're a regular show listener, you probably heard me talk about my all-form sofa, which is insanely comfortable and looks great in the living room. So here's some exciting news. The same amazing team behind my all-form sofa has brought us unbelievable customized mattresses, Helix. Helix has a sleep quiz that takes about 2 minutes to complete, and it matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Greg, how's your new mattress?
Oh, it was a major upgrade. We love it. Plus, it came in a box right to my front door. Really easy to set up. Great mattress.
There you have it, folks. Helix is awesome, but you don't need to take our word for it. Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ and Wired Magazine. So if you're looking for a mattress, just go to helixsleep.com/Bubba. Take the quiz. You order the mattress that you're matched to, and the mattress comes right to your door, shipped for free. Right now, Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders for our listeners. That's at helixsleep.com/Bubba. helixsleep.com/Bubba. Or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors.
There's big news from our favorite security company. Simply Safe just launched their new wireless outdoor security camera. This outdoor security camera is engineered with all the advanced tech and security features you want and need to help keep you and your family safe. It has an ultra-wide 140-degree field of view, 1080p HD resolution, and an 8x zoom. It has built-in spotlight with color night vision, so you can keep an eye on what's going on day and night. This camera has it all, and it integrates with your Simply Safe home security system, extending your protection to the outside. That means every door, window, and room are protected along with your property. To learn more about the new Simply Safe wireless outdoor security camera, visit simplysafebubba.com. Simply Safe is celebrating this new camera by offering 20% off your entire system and your first month of monitoring service free when you enroll in interactive monitoring. Again, that's simplysafebubba.com or visit rickandbubba.com for a link under sponsor.
Kentuckiana's home for the best rock classics 24/7, 365, 97.9 WSL.
It was 1994 and radio was such a bore. Every station that you heard sounded so late. Then came two good old boys breaking through that static noise, and my radio ain't never been the same. It's a very funny thing how they make us laugh and sing. I'm so glad they proved all of those critics wrong. You got Rick and you got Bubba, man, there just ain't no other. From Alabama to the world, still going strong. Man, I love to sing that Rick and Bubba song. Rick and Bubba.
And here we go, 7 minutes past the hour. Well, Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, Eddie Van Adler, all here as we get you ready for a brand new weekend. And thank you for being with us as we work through the stories coming up this hour. And your phone calls will be part of it. Welcome back for a brand new hour of Bill Bubba Bus. Buddy, how are you? We're glad to be here. Thank all of you for joining. Look at me and my little Tesla. I'm going to send that to young Broderick. Young Broderick, one of his goals is to be successful enough and make enough money to get a Tesla. He wants he wants a Tesla. I said, buddy, we get good luck. Go,
you know,
go make
I'm in that market too. I want one just to play with.
I don't drive electric cars. That's just it. That's my rule. I'll do that when they become life changing.
That's one of my rules. No electric.
So anyway, I'm sure if that becomes a new thing, like I said, I'm all about this becoming a better way to transport yourself. I'm not for we're doing this because we're going to save the world.
Well, I like
because that's not going to happen.
I like having the free market of having choice what you want to do.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can get a regular kind of car, or you can get one that's diesel, or you can get battery.
If it warrants it, What I don't like
hybrids, it'll do a little everything.
What I don't like is elevating one over the others as if it's the one that the true people who love people and love the world drive.
Well,
you
know what I'll drive? I'll drive things I like to drive.
Sure. Yeah. Well, and like you've already laid out 1,000 times, saying the electric car is going to save the earth. No, it may just be a better way to travel or a preferred way to travel, but it's not going to save the world because you just still have a different problem. You still have a problem. It's just a different problem.
So many times, physics teaches us that everything's a trade-off. So, we see that in electricity, we see it in a lot of things. Yeah. You just, so many times we trade one set of problems for another.
All right, so
that may be the case here, and I think people are too naive to realize it.
You are correct. You and I, and Greg, you've been around long enough now. Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, even the new guys are plus a decade back. Yeah. What are you, 13 years? Something like that. 12, 14, 13, 12, something. 13, 14. Adler's right in there about the same. 11. Helmsy's about 12. The same. 12. So to use the word the new guys now really doesn't really exist. We all been here a while now. But now you and I've been here a long time. So we've been through changes. Okay, I mean, one thing that is never going to change is the fact there's going to be change. And so we are ending an era at the Broadcast Plaza and Teleport at the end of the year. Yep. It's been our home for 13 years.
Yeah, about.
Yeah. And look at her. I mean, she's a little worn. I mean, she won an award when she was new. And equipment's getting a little outdated. Yeah, it's getting a little clumsy. Some things not working as well as they once did. But it's home, you know. And we've got our offices like we like it. And of course, one of the things that's most intriguing about this, sadly, for our show, is that there was eating places within walking distance. They were easy to access. I know that some of you say, does everything y'all do revolve around access to food? It does feel that way at times, I know.
Sure.
But
it does cross our mind.
Right. Yeah, we do think about it. So now, almost, there's things happening now here at the plaza that I'm starting to realize are almost cruel. I don't know if you've been paying attention.
Yeah, I have. I try not to think about it.
And so, have you seen the latest one?
No.
Okay. So we were the ones that tried to bring life back to this rundown vestibular season.
All right.
Okay.
Sure.
And when we got here, didn't nobody want to be here. Didn't have any good restaurants hardly at all. Had one good one that left. Remember, we had that big three that we were so excited
right there all
about.
the time.
We've seen restaurants come and go. They throw some Panera bread at us to make us feel terrible. And then you start picking up a little steam. You know, we get us a First Watch that we like, and you know, Zoe's. You know, but still, those are a little more frou-frou than we. But they're close and they're in walking distance. Had us a Mo Southwest Grill. It left, and then all of a sudden things began to get kind of excited. Taco Mama showed up.
Yeah.
You know, we're like,
turn the corner.
Whoa, wait, look here,
Crumble cookie.
Yeah, they got a cookie place popping up. Look over here. And now, of course, I will say this: don't be fooled by the name Chop. That happened to me when I dealt with their first location in Birmingham. I thought that was going to be a steakhouse.
It's a salad place.
All it is a bunch of salad. So don't get fired about that.
Well, you know, I like a good wave salad every now and then.
Well, they ain't got that. You ain't going to go order one of those and see what happens. But anyway.
What do they got over there?
Just a bunch of salad. You couldn't find. It's like it's another one of these places where if you see men in there that are straight,
right,
they're in there with their wife or their girlfriend.
Right.
Okay. You don't see
go there by myself.
You don't see any man in there by himself.
What the world is that?
It's just a bowl of lettuce and it's you know what that bowl? You could take that bowl and give it to a cow and he'd say that sounds good. Okay. Wow. But anyway,
I gotta check that.
The women love these chop places and all that. You ain't gonna love the chops. But anyway, coming soon, pizza place.
Really? Where?
Oh, right there. Right there by the shop. So
I think it's some kind of burger joint, something.
Yeah, got another burger joint.
We just had an ice cream place.
And then one that I think you must have missed has nothing to do with food, but there's one that you just missed, and I just saw the sign go up. Massage therapy.
Yeah,
I'm talking about half a block.
I love good therapy.
Walking distance.
Oh yeah.
There's about to be a massage therapy place. I mean, I thought right there.
So you can go get your salad and get a massage.
That's right.
Right.
Boy, you can really frou-frou in it.
What I'm trying to say is, as we are exiting,
the place seems to be expanding.
It's now becoming. We're getting all the things that we wanted for years.
Yeah, I know.
And
well, we can see them on our way out.
Yeah. And I ain't even going to talk to you about the tennis places.
Yeah. Tennis and more. You know, it hurt Bubba when I first came here. That was the place you could get a haircut right here.
Oh yeah, remember that? I was excited about that. Now, but so, and I got news for you guys. Where we're going. I mean, sending out for food's gonna be problematic.
We're going to drive.
There's a lot of places, but you're going to have to get in a car to get there.
Yeah, I mean, we do have some things across the street, but it's a good.
I mean, you got to drive.
Yeah, you ain't walking.
I would like to think that we were the magnet for a lot of these food places coming here because they know, hey, get close to Rick and Bubba, you'll do well.
Yeah, but
maybe we can have that same effect there.
Yeah, but we're hitting into that commercial world.
I know
that corporate world.
Just get
when
close.
You're in corporate office buildings,
I'd
we're
like
gonna
a
put food in
bathroom
there.
Yeah. Let's
We're not going to have. And what about the bathrooms?
Isn't it funny that like bathrooms and food is really what we're worried about?
Can I tell you what I've
go hand in hand.
I've been talking to people since we're going to move to a corporate building.
Yeah.
I've been talking to people who work in those things, and they've said the key to the bathroom. But I told them that would only work when the show's over or before it begins. It won't work while it's on. They said there's always a floor in the building no one ever goes to, and that's the bathroom you go to sit down. but you can't do that in a commercial break. I mean,
no,
you
can be lucky.
I don't know if you can go to other floors. You may be limited to our floor.
Well, surely just during when it's a normal business.
Yeah, you can.
Like the show's over. But sometimes, like I was thinking about like some of us that I'm kind of paying attention. I mean, we've been together a long time.
Yeah.
Some of us look pretty regular. and so you know, so you kind of can plan. You know what I mean?
do? What are you doing?
It's like back to high school, you know, the whole.
Right. Yeah. I tell you one thing, my decisions on breakfast will be crucial.
Well, it's gonna be good.
Greg, what do you think about it? Run out there and the janitor's got that cart with the door blocked.
Isn't that awful?
What about this, Rick? Want another cup of coffee? No, I'm good.
No, I'm good. I'm okay.
I know it's gonna be some adjustment.
I know. Are you trying to cheer me
No,
up?
I'm just saying when I saw the massage therapy place,
you know, I'm very sensitive.
but what I'm saying is, as you're throwing her up at this place, there's going to be a pizza place right here.
You know, I fall in love with property.
And massage therapy right here. I mean, you're going to drive through those two to leave.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, what do you think of that? What do you think of that? But it may say.
I tell you what I dread is just moving.
Oh, hey, moving's a blast. Hey, moving's a blast, isn't it? Yeah,
That's fine.
We're in the middle of moving mom and dad right now, and hey, that's a party.
Good. We haven't accumulated anything.
Oh no,
My base is a mess. Right?
my goal is to have a garage sale like the world here has never seen. Any charity stake bobblehead?
Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Everyone should be able to afford their medicines. Check out GoodRx to instantly compare prices for your prescription at every pharmacy in your neighborhood and save up to 80%. It's free and easy to use. GoodRx is often cheaper than using your insurance copay or Medicare. Start saving up to 80% on your prescriptions today. Go to goodrx.com/Bubba. That's goodrx.com/Bubba. GoodRx is not an insurance, but can be used instead of insurance. In 2020, GoodRx users received an average savings of over 70% of retail prices. This fall, Bespoke Post is back with a new lineup of must-have Box of Awesome collections. From autumn craft beers to cozy threads and camping gear essentials, Box of Awesome has a collection for every part of your life. Each box costs about $45, but has over $70 worth of gear inside. No matter what you're into, Box of Awesome has you covered. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code BUBBA at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code BUBBA, or go to rickandbubba.com for a link.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code BLUE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code BLUE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BLUE.
Angie's List is now Angie, and getting your to-do list done just got easier. Between back to school and with the holidays around the corner, it can feel like there's no time to tackle home projects. Whether you need help with emergency repairs or major upgrades, Angie matches you with top local pros who can get the job done right. Browse reviews, see upfront pricing, and instantly book hundreds of projects. Save time for what matters most. Book your next project at Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
And we are all tied up in the bottom of the ninth. Bases loaded. Electric in here. Electric. It all comes down to this pitch. You throw the fastball here. But it looks like Brock is walking off the field and is leaving the stadium. What is going on here?
I'm getting word that he left to get a taco. When you need a taco, you need a taco. Introducing the new Cantina Crispy Melt Taco, only from Taco Bell. At participating U.S. locations for a limited time only.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
is pretty bad.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind. Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres?
No matter your learning style or experience level, Babbel has lessons designed for you that will get you speaking quickly and confidently.
I tried learning Spanish before, but I couldn't stick with it until I found Babbel.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
I can't wait to use our new language skills on our upcoming adventures.
Babbel, language for life, celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at babbel.com. Just go to babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
The whole goal is to point people to something bigger.
What if the news was different and covered more than one side of the story? Not just the who or the what, but the why. What if it took you closer?
It's information and people want it.
So you can make up your own mind. What if the news lets you think for yourself? Introducing a new point of view. Yours. Newsy. Watch Newsy free on your TV. Learn more at newsy.com.
To fix your uneven, crooked teeth, you need an orthodontist. And Candid, the invisible, comfortable, and removable aligners, only works with orthodontists. They are the specialists. Poorly reviewed, insanely priced clear aligner companies use general dentists. And the average Candid treatment is just 6 months. With your aligner treatment, you'll also get Candid's teeth whitening for free. Get started from home or book an appointment at Candid Studio today by going to candidco.com/Bubba and use the code Bubba, and you'll save $75 on your Candid starter kit. Or go to rickandbubba.com.
Brownstown, Seymour, North Vernon, the region's rock classic station, 97.9, 97.9, WSL.
Let's get 21 minutes past the hour of the Rick and Bubba Show. Thank you for being with us today. Excited to be in Mangum, Louisiana, Sunday night man church at the Mangum Baptist Church. They finished 40 weeks of one of our 40-week curriculums and transitioning into the next one in January, and get to hang out and have a man church service with them Sunday night. You're more than welcome to join us if you're in the area. So let's. I was watching. We again inside the plaza here. We have TVs, and for some reason TV4 is on ABC. I don't know why, but toward the end of the show, the View always pops up there.
Yeah, well, that's one reason.
And the only thing worse than actually hearing the View is seeing with no sound, and so you really get to see the disgust in their faces. But they really struggle when everybody doesn't get into their perfect position and tribalism. And Condoleezza Rice has been problematic for the left for a long time because she is female, she is black, and she actually was raised for a large portion of her life in segregated Birmingham, Alabama during the civil rights movement. But she is, I wouldn't say a far right-wing conservative, but certainly not a leftist and not a Democrat. And is
I'd say right or moderate.
Yeah, and she is a Republican.
Yeah.
And actually served in a Republican administration.
Yes.
Of course, one of the highest ranking offices in the world. But anyway, you know how the right always holds people back.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so she was talking critical race theory with the View, if you can imagine.
Oh boy,
and
that didn't go well.
Well, first of all,
I heard they got a little snooty about it all.
Here's what you're going to love. What she says is just so logical, and of course, she can run circles around everybody in the room, but she's humble about that.
Yeah.
But she's going to also, but she's not going to be afraid to lay out her resume because sometimes you have to say. Now, before I say this, I want everybody to realize that I think I can speak to this with some authority. And here's what she says about critical race theory. Here's Condoleezza Rice on the View.
Your children are in school 7 hours. That's a very formative period. And I think parents ought to have a say. We used to have parent-teacher conferences. We used to have PTAs. There are lots of ways for parents to be involved, and they should be. But if I could take a moment to talk about the whole issue of critical race theory and what is and is not being taught. I come out of an academic institution, and this is something that academics debate, what is the role of race and so forth. And let me be very clear. I grew up in segregated Birmingham, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't go to a movie theater or to a restaurant with my parents. I went to segregated schools till we moved to Denver.
Mm-hmm.
My parents never thought I was going to grow up in a world without prejudice, but they also told me that's somebody else's problem, not yours. You're going to overcome it, and you are going to be anything you want to be. And that's the message that I think we ought to be sending to kids. One of the worries that I have about the way that we're talking about race is that it either seems so big that somehow white people now have to feel guilty for everything that happened in the past. I don't think that's very productive. Or black people have to feel disempowered by race. I would like black kids to be completely empowered, to know that they are beautiful in their blackness. But in order to do that, I don't have to make white kids feel bad for being white. So somehow this is a conversation that has gone in the wrong direction.
So,
oh, and they took all kinds of with it.
now think about
you hear
how,
Joy. She can't hardly.
yeah, of course, I'm sure Joy.
She's jumping in there like it's she's doing a belly button.
Let's listen
I'm
to
sorry,
Joy. I believe that Condoleezza Rice has way more credentials to speak on this than you, considering she lived it. But don't forget, Joy Behar does what I think is one of the most arrogant white things that people do, is that she feels so guilty about being white, she has to pretend to care about this more than she actually does.
Exactly.
And she tries to patronize black people while pretending that she's not arrogant herself. Yeah. And the way she sees black people, if everybody, and I know she doesn't really even realize it, but she really is saying that black people need white people to be offended on your behalf. Like right now, she's saying that Condoleezza Rice, for some reason, isn't intelligent enough to be offended like she should.
Yeah, that argument doesn't really
No,
sell,
it really
does it?
doesn't. And Condoleezza Rice made a great point. Why should black children feel like they're less? You're telling them that they are. Like her parents told her that they ain't gonna hold you back. Yeah, and she said if people are bigoted, and there are bigoted people, but that's their problem. Don't use that as an excuse or an obstacle. It may be an obstacle, but it's an obstacle that you will just have to overcome. But then what she said is this: but I do not think that we're supposed to elevate black children by making white children feel bad about being white. To me that's the wrong way to go. And as you said, oh my goodness. Now keep in mind, most of the people on the left that will be aghast at that, they really can't logically be against it. They just know they're supposed to be. Now if they tried to logically be against it, they really couldn't. They just know that they've been assigned.
Well, it's like Joy.
Yeah,
you have a lot of them are very well off, snooty, pointed head liberals is all it is. Right. And they know better than Condoleezza does. That's what's really funny about it.
Well, it's just like when this conversation was brought up when Obama and Condoleezza Rice had some disagreements, and we made the point, well, surely we should listen to Obama because he was in the very racially divided Hawaii, as opposed to Condoleezza Rice, who was in Birmingham during the Civil Rights Movement. But again, it's logical, it's correct. She's not saying that bigotry and racism has been eradicated from the country, because it hasn't. She is saying that somehow you're going to have to overcome whatever obstacle is put before you, regardless of your situation. And I think we should elevate black children to be proud of their beautiful blackness, but not at the cost of white children who are supposed to feel bad about their whiteness. And let's quit using this as something that we can't overcome. Almost like, well, I guess I'm black. I guess there's only so much I can accomplish that, because of what's against. So anyway, but again, once again, I don't know what Whoopi had to say. At least she's black and is a female as well. But of course, always the lily white leftists have to run out there and cry on behalf of black people, with not an ounce of sincerity in that. By the way, it's all manufactured and just this is what I'm supposed to say, and I can't even explain why I'm saying it. I just know it's what I'm supposed to say. Right. Yeah, so what
Dr.
about
Rice has a very good demeanor in dealing with these kind of things, where most people want to be, very passionate and fiery, and really, no matter their point, they're not helping the outcome.
She's not going to lose her cool, so she's going to sit there and actually intelligently debate you. So you might want to be ready, because what you're really supposed to say is, okay, what about what Dr. Rice just said? You think she's wrong? Why? Not, well, you critical race theory is number one. No, that's not what we're talking about. And we are to teach it, and you straight these white people out. No, that's not what she said. Right. Take what Dr. Rice said, go point by point, and tell us why what she said is wrong. There it is. Not just a bunch of, this is I can't be for that, because it sounded like it might have come from the right. Yeah, that's it. Even though you're a black female who was raised in Birmingham. That's it.
I'd love to see her run for president.
Bottom of the hour, 866 We Be Big is our number. Rand Paul's thrilled.
Well, I knew when we had the story yesterday, Rand Paul was going to be ramping up.
Don't you know Fauci? Every time he goes somewhere, asks the question, "Is Rand Paul here?" Yeah.
Where's Grandpa? Where's he? Where is he? We'll be back. More Rick and Bubba next.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
There's a specialist for just about everything. Your car breaks down, go to the mechanic. Problems with your shower, call a plumber. So when you want to get your uneven, crooked teeth fixed, you see an orthodontist. They're the specialist. And that's what sets Candid, the invisible, comfortable, and removable aligners above the rest. While poorly reviewed or insanely priced clear aligner companies use general dentists, Candid only works with orthodontists. With Candid, the same licensed orthodontist who's an expert in tooth movement, who created your plan, is with you from start to finish. The average Candid treatment is just about 6 months. You'll see results way before them. And with your aligner treatment, you get Candid's teeth whitening for free. Right now, you can save $75 on your Candid starter kit when you get started from home, or you can book an appointment at the Candid studio near you today. Go to candidco.com/Bubba and use the code Bubba. That's candidco.com/Bubba and the code Bubba, or go to rickandbubba.com under the sponsors where you'll find the link.
Hey, what's going on in here? Termites? This is my house. I'm in charge here. Hey! Oh, you're going to regret that. All right, that's it. I'm calling Cooks. Yeah, you better run.
You don't have to live with termites. Get proven protection from Cook's Pest Control. Call or go online for a free quote.
Cook's Pest Control.
We've been talking about our friends at TheraBreath for years, and they continue to deliver on products. Now, TheraBreath doesn't try to cover up problems with overpowering taste or burning alcohol. They solve problems by making sure every dentist design formula is the best at what it does. You can trust TheraBreath with your family's oral care, and there's no alcohol, there's no artificial flavors or colors. From toothpaste to dry mouth lozenges to all kinds of oral care products. Find TheraBreath in retail stores or online at TheraBreath.com. That's TheraBreath.com or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. Dealing with car repairs can feel like a lose-lose situation. You lose your money and your time. And if you don't have the right coverage, just one repair could bleed you dry. Ever since I called CarShield, I'm not worried about expensive repairs anymore. CarShield administrators handle the paperwork and expensive payments, so I don't have to. It's a win-win. Seriously. CarShield could save you thousands. I get to pick my favorite mechanic to do the work, and CarShield's administrators take care of the rest. It's like they're my own personal team of auto repair problem solvers. Plans from CarShield even provide roadside assistance, rental coverage, and trip reimbursement, all at no additional charge. Whether your car has 5,000 miles or 150,000 miles, CarShield has monthly coverage options to fit your budget. Get coverage today and see why CarShield cars go farther. Visit carshield.com/Bubba to save 10%. That's carshield.com/Bubba. Or you can go to rickandbubba.com. A deductible may apply. That's carshield.com/Bubba. Today, many small business owners are busier than ever. Time spent searching for and interviewing the wrong candidates for a job opening could be better time spent growing a business. That's why LinkedIn Jobs has made it easier to get to the candidates worth interviewing faster. And it's free. Create a free job post in minutes on LinkedIn Jobs to reach your network and beyond to the world's largest professional network of over 750 million people. Focus on candidates with the skills and experience you need, using screening questions to get your role in front of only the most qualified people. Then, use the simple tools on LinkedIn Jobs to quickly filter and prioritize who you'd like to interview and hire. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the candidates worth interviewing, and they help you do that faster. Did you know every week nearly 40 million job seekers visit LinkedIn? Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Bubba. That's linkedin.com/Bubba, linkedin.com/Bubba to post your job for free. Or visit rickandbubba.com for a link under sponsors. Terms and conditions apply. Getting the care you need to stay healthy shouldn't be hard or expensive. Everyone should be able to afford their medications. Check out GoodRx. With GoodRx, you can instantly compare prices for your prescription at every pharmacy in your neighborhood and save up to 80%. 80%. GoodRx is free and easy to use, and many times it's often cheaper than using your insurance copay or Medicare. With GoodRx, you can find discounts for your prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies like CVS, Kroger, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Bonds, Walmart, and more. GoodRx is the #1 most downloaded medical app, and millions of Americans use GoodRx to get affordable health care every month. Start saving up to 80% on your prescriptions today. Go to goodrx.com/Bubba. That's goodrx.com/Bubba, goodrx.com/Bubba, or rickandbubba.com. GoodRx is not insurance, but it can be used instead of insurance. In 2020, GoodRx users received an average savings of over 70% off retail.
Mitchell, Bedford, and Bloomington's home for rock classics. 97.9 WSLM.
Bubba Show. Is your car protected under the Car Shield? If your car's out of warranty and something happens, you're going to pay for it. So get a protection plan, and if it's a covered repair, Car Shield pays that ASC certified mechanic of your choice directly. You get a rental car to go with it, and you also get 24/7 roadside assistance. Get 10% off your protection plan by using the code Bubba at carshield.com. Also a link at rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. Well, Rand Paul, you know how sometimes people just set their sights on somebody. Rand Paul is Fauci's nemesis.
Rick, he is locked in like a tick.
He is.
Oh my God.
He's not going to let Fauci get away with lying. Now remember, we got Rand Paul, and we're going to look at some of the latest things he has to say. Rand Paul is trying to box Fauci into being guilty of purging himself. Yeah. Because he's saying, you keep saying things and we keep finding out they're not true.
You're lying.
And you're lying. And now yesterday, Bubba and I went through the story that it is now official that the NIH, that they were funding gain-of-function research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
Yes, the National Institute of Health. This is Fauci's bunch. He's one of the higher-ups in that.
So yesterday, we get the official word that is going on.
One of the guys a little further above Fauci started apologizing.
It's anecdotal.
He said, "Look, we got to apologize because Fauci has been saying misleading statements."
Well,
he lied, is what he said.
And what that was like blood in the water for Rand Paul.
You remember that video with that? And it was some redneck guy that had all that wood piled up, and he kept throwing gasoline in it, and then threw a match. And you remember the next scene? It looks like an asteroid hit.
Yeah,
that's all that was to Rand
So
Paul.
here comes Senator Paul. Look, behind his head is an actual poster of the comment from Anthony Fauci in May 11th, 2021.
Got it on a poster.
Greg, look behind his head. Behind his head it says the NIH has not ever, nor does it now, fund gain-of-function research in the Wuhan Institute of Virology. And of course, yesterday, a person above Fauci says, yes, we do.
In a letter.
We did.
Straight up.
We didn't mean to, but we did.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, release Senator Rand Paul.
Well, yeah, but it's not really about me. It's ultimately about the safety of the country and the world. If 5 million people died from a virus that came out of a lab, wouldn't we want to know? Wouldn't we want to try to prevent this from happening again? They've experimented with other viruses that are much more deadly. This virus has been very deadly, but it's got a 1% mortality. What if you had a